Hello, everybody, and welcome to a very special episode 50 of Controllers and Coffee. Yep. My name is Elliot Porter, and I'm joined, as always, by Kat Jarrettson.
Yeah.
Yes, and we're also joined by very special guests, friend of the show and repeat guest. Welcome back, Deft Puppies. What is happening?
Hi, a lot, not really a lot, but a lot all at the same time. It's just that time of year. Everything is absolutely fucking nuts. So yeah, it's a good time. Thank you for inviting me on to talk shit about video games. It's been a minute since I've done it.
So excited. And new to the show, we've got Norax. What's happening, man? Thanks for joining us.
Oh, thank you for having me. Yeah, I'm very keen to talk about some amazing music and some other stuff that we're going to be talking about today, which is
video games.
Absolutely, very exciting. We are going to be discussing some of the best music from video games in 2021. We're going to run down all our thoughts on the Game Awards in just a minute's time. But we've also got a couple of games to talk about. And I'm pretty sure both of you boys have been also playing Halo Infinite. Am I right?
Never heard of it. What is it? Can you tell me more about it?
Oh, look, it's this little game by this little developer.
Cat's like, I played the multiplayer. Thank you.
I shot dudes in games. Fun. Halo's been fun. I haven't played a great deal. I've been taking my time with it. So I'm probably only about 6 hours in. Just kind of doing a lot of exploring, running around, did the first opening missions, got lost a whole heap because this whole open world Halo thing is just so weird and foreign, but it's kind of cool at the same time. But yeah, so far so good. I'm enjoying it. I haven't had any major gripes. The opening scenes were fucking incredible.
Yes.
So good. That cutscene was just and then I died in a hallway out of my control due to an exploding barrel. I just turned a corner, barrel hits me in the face, and I died. I'm like, well, that's a thing. Okay, cool, awesome.
Kind of ruins the mystique of the game. I have not been taking my time. I did that for a little while, ran around the open world, and then I just played mission after mission. And then I was like, I finished the game. So
you've already finished it.
Yeah.
I know quite a few have now. What kind of game time are you getting with just the missions, like just blasting through them?
Well, Kat and I were talking about this. I'm not sure because I did spend a few hours in the open world at the start of the game, and then there's a mission that makes you kind of explore a little bit, but maybe 15 hours I spent in total. I can't tell because the game time is added up with multiplayer as well, so I'm not sure what I played in multiplayer, but yeah, maybe 15-20 hours with some exploration. How long to beat says like 10 hours, so for the main campaign. So it's not huge, although it does it fully feels like a normal Halo campaign, but in between missions you can just do shit. Sorry about the dog in the background, by the way.
No, love dog.
He's a good dog.
Dogs are amazing.
But like Norax, what about yourself? Have you played the campaign yet? And what's your experience so far, if so?
Yeah, very similar to Puppies, where I've only played I think 2 or 3 hours. Cutscene, absolutely amazing. I didn't get lost so much as I just got very distracted. I feel like when it comes to open world games, I literally just go off, and when it comes to the main mission, I'm like, that looks great, but I'm just going to go over here and see what's going on. See just peace for a bit. But yeah, it was really fun. I think that, just setting up. I didn't realize it was only 10 hours for time to beat, though. I didn't realize it was that, especially for an open world game. But yeah.
Well, that's cool. Just the campaign, because you really can't. You don't need to do any side stuff. The only benefit to doing side stuff is getting more Spartan cores, so you can have better shields and more abilities.
You can also pick up weapon variants as well.
Yes, weapon variants,
which are really cool. Yeah.
Yes.
And I gotta say, just it being open world just feels right. It feels, because it's very similar to Halo 1, that game, in visuals and in especially the Forerunner stuff, the way it feels. But in Halo 1, there are such open areas to kind of play in, but they're all during a mission. But this is kind of expands on that, because you're now, instead of just having that bit where you're driving a warthog, now you can like go explore a little bit and you can find a mini boss to kill. And it just feels like the natural progression of Halo Infinite campaign, like way more than I expected it to. Like it doesn't feel weird to me that I'm now in this open world. And I think the way you like get more Marines at your bases and like that, I went back to that first base that you take over, Tremonius or whatever. And I went back there and it's filled with UNSC troops and like they're all talking and it just like feels really natural. And I love going to the FOBs and like getting a Warthog or one of those like armored vehicles and like 5 Marines jump in the back of it. And it's like, This is so sick. And you can just like cruise through and they attack people for you. And one of them's always got a rocket launcher and it's like blowing shit up. So I think it feels,
I've heard if you fill a Warthog full of Marines with skewers, it just deletes anything in your path. You just drive over that, everything just gets deleted. It's so good. How many Marines have you guys crushed on the platforms with vehicles?
A couple. I also crushed myself for funsies. I was like, what's going to happen if I stand here?
I intentionally wait for a Marine to call class before I hit enter. I was like, yep, let's go.
So good. And so, yeah, hitting enter, I assume you're playing it on PC then?
Yes, I've been playing it on PC. I did a little bit on console as well because my kids are all playing it on Xbox, so I kind of had to go on there as well. But PC feels really, really nice to play. I think I'm running a 5700 XT, and I'm getting like 70 to 90 frames in the open areas, which isn't too bad. It's pretty respectable. Everything's holding up. And it's performed really well. And it's the first time I've really played Halo on PC specifically as well, which is a change. You know, growing up playing Halo, it was always on the console with the controller. And it still feels really natural, really good to play. Makes aiming a lot easier because mouse pointing is fucking great. But yeah, with the... And with the tools you get to use, like the grapple hook and stuff. I mean, I haven't really used much else but the grapple hook because it's so much fun. Especially once you get the stun ability for it. Yeah, it's so sick. But it's been a really, really good experience, especially on a newer platform for me to play Halo on. It's kind of gone really well. I mean, Halo's been on PC for years, and so they've kind of got the hang of it. It's not exactly like it's like their first port, but yeah, it's really well done. I've been really, really enjoying it.
Yeah, because is it the first one that is launching day one on PC as well, right? Like even Halo 5 didn't launch on PC, which is pretty
Halo
crazy.
5 didn't launch. The Master Chief Collection I think is on PC now as well. But this is the first launch title that like launched on PC, and so far I've had no issues whatsoever, except for streaming occasionally. It didn't like me streaming and playing it at like full res, so I was like, okay, I'll turn it down to medium, I guess, and just deal with that, sacrifices you've got to make.
Norax, are you playing on Series X?
Yeah, so playing on Series X through most of my stuff lately. I mainly just use my PC for like online competitive stuff, but yeah, really enjoying it. I just love how it's actually quite smooth, especially on multiplayer. I didn't realize it was going to be like above 60 for that on multiplayer on Xbox as well, which was really cool. Yeah, awesome.
Very cool. Very cool. Welcome to everybody in the chat. We got 7 people watching already, which is great for this time of the stream. So welcome to all of you, and welcome to everybody listening after the fact as well. Appreciate every single one of you. Look, I can talk about Halo all night, but we're not here to do that. Did anyone else play The Matrix Awakens?
Nah, I'm soz.
Nah.
No.
I didn't get that.
I think I saw like 2 minutes of gameplay somewhere, and I'm like, I should get round to that.
It's only like 10 minutes.
And I haven't got round to that.
About 10 minutes.
Oh, is it really?
Well,
right.
I mean, you can explore. So,
let me download it now while you describe it, and then I'll play it and give you impressions.
Just play it mid-podcast.
You could probably bang it out while we're chatting around. So, it is an Unreal Engine 5, essentially playable tech demo, which is insane. Like, I highly recommend if you've got a Xbox Series X or a PlayStation 5 or Xbox Series S as well. It's playable on there. Next-gen consoles only. It is 40 gig, even though it's like one on rails shooting section. But then it is literally an open world city, fully rendered, and you can explore the whole city. And there's like shitloads of traffic, and it looks insane. You can drive. You can just become a drone and fly around, and it is bananas how good
fantastic.
This fucking
sounds
looks.
crazy.
Like,
yeah.
Remember when they showed that Unreal Engine 5 demo for the PlayStation 5?
Yes.
Yeah.
I compared the same thing. And that
like,
statue that had like 10 bajillion like
triangles or whatever. Yeah.
So
the triangles. Yes.
You know how in that they like switched to like nanite view and it showed all the triangles. You can do this in the demo, and you can like it is
sick,
fucking insane how many polygons make up this shit. And as a drone, you can like fly out up to like windows and see inside the buildings, and they're like, you know, they're that parallax like flat image, but they look like they're there. They look like they're 3D, but even them, like they are really highly detailed, and like the models, like there's really no like pop in whatsoever because of the way this engine works, and it's just insane. And some of the destructibility, like I just spent about 5 minutes driving my car as fast as I could into other cars and watching the destructible environments and watching how the cars crumple and stuff. It was crazy.
Yeah, I saw some crumple cars. They look so good.
And like the start of it is, it's like cutting between footage from the original Matrix movie and then like Unreal footage.
Their animated selves.
You cannot tell. The whole thing is like, wait, what's real and what's not real? And that's the whole point of it.
That's
They're
the
like
point of the Matrix.
Talking about the Matrix and how, and whoa. And you literally can't tell. They like switch to like young Keanu and then back to older Keanu. And you're like, I don't even know if this is like if the older Keanu is real or if it's Unreal Engine. And it's got a couple of little stupid like quotes about just like kind of meta quotes about marketing and stuff like that. And it's really odd, but definitely worth the 40 gig download for this 10-minute tech demo.
Sounds wild.
Really shows off what next gen is going to be, you know, in time. But worth it. And it's free. So, you know. Yeah.
Is that a sign of the times, or a 10-minute demo is 40 gig? Is that what we're looking at? We're looking at consoles like, there's 1 terabyte of hard drive. That's like half a fucking game, my dude. What are you doing?
GTA 6 is actually the full 1 terabyte. Like, it's just the whole thing.
It costs $400.
The special edition console will only hold GTA 6, and that'll be it.
Okay, this is the GTA console.
Just let me switch consoles real quick, guys.
That's why Xbox actually did those like little like plug-in SSDs, so the games will eventually be $400.
One game each. It's like a
one game per card.
It's like a Switch.
Going back to the old days.
Yeah, Switch cartridge. Yeah. Don't lick it. Yeah.
10 times. Don't lick it. Oh shit! All right, let's get serious here. My dog is real serious. Let's talk about. Oh, welcome, Shred. By the way, let's talk about the Game Awards. Unless, Kat, you've been playing anything else that you wanna talk about?
I've been playing Inscription.
Oh yeah, that's right. Had you played that last time we podded?
No.
I
started playing it this week, and I went wild, and I did 7 hours straight. I was fucking gaming. I was like, nice. I got up after like 3 hours, and I was like, I gotta eat, because that's what people do. I grabbed 2 noodle packets, sat back down, didn't get up for another 4 hours.
I'm glad the donation worked. Like,
yes, exactly.
The damn worked.
So good.
So I played 7 hours, and then I played another 4 hours yesterday. And I'll continue tomorrow on stream. It is a fantastic game. Like, if I wish I had played it earlier so that I could have, and I still don't know, like, but could know the full experience before we got to the Game Awards, because like it is really, really, really good. Very high on my list of like games this year.
Likewise.
Yeah, it's so fantastic, and it's incredibly understandable why no one really wants to tell you about the game until you've played it. Like,
yeah.
Very.
Watch the trailer, and then in you go.
Yeah.
And I'm really glad that I didn't watch any more than like I started watching some streamers play it, like watched about an hour. And so I was like, card game. This is all I know. And I was like, I'll buy it. Like I was already interested. And we've got some recommendations popping around. So I grabbed it and then I went in, and as it goes and gets to those parts, I was like, this is so fantastic. I'm so glad that I didn't see any of this and it was all such a surprise because it was completely unexpected. And I really do recommend that people play that game for themselves because it is so, so good. Like, it's just fantastic. It's really, blind. Yeah, it's really like just, you know how you can play a game and you know that like this is fluff, this is just to pad the time. Like I'm doing this, I'm going to go collect 4 more skins. So I'm going to go and kill 10 more things, or just, this thing is in the corner for no reason. Like literally everything is for a reason. And the reasons are much bigger than you could even try to understand from the start. So it's really, really good. Very
I wish
clean.
I could say more.
Look,
I could describe to you some of the things. But
it's really good.
This is the kind of talk that makes me want to buy a fucking PC.
It's
just to play Inscryption.
Do it.
Okay,
join us.
I need my PC to play it.
Yeah, like just go over to someone else's house and just kick them out and just borrow their PC and just fucking, like I did, go ham for 7 hours.
Go to an internet cafe, log into Steam, just do it.
That's so smart, bro.
I tell you what, Officeworks has a Minecraft laptop for like $170.
Based. That sounds epic.
I mean, Inscryption run.
It's the same color as Cat's hair. It's amazing. It's like bright green. It's fucking awesome.
That sounds delightful. Oh my god! But yeah, it is like I can't stress how good of an experience it is on top of being a game, and how clean and like purposeful it all is. It's really, really well crafted. Love it. Absolutely love it. Big rate. Not even finished, but big love. Massive love.
Yeah.
Amazing.
And Norax, I know that that's one of your kind of games of the year, if not your game of the year. And I love that everybody who plays it is like, no, I'm not talking about like the details, because everyone, like, it's like this fucking great gamer etiquette that no one is saying anything.
It needs really to happen because it will destroy the experience. Like, I'm getting a tattoo of one of the characters in it because I love it so much. But,
I think it will definitely still be an enjoyable experience if you've already happened to be out there and watching videos. You'll still enjoy it a lot, even if you've already seen it. But definitely a very unique experience, and you should go into it blind. Like the trailer, you could watch that and not understand a single fucking thing about the game, and it's good.
As someone who obviously doesn't have a PC, and I'm probably not getting one anytime soon, but I really want to like experience this game. Would watching a long play of it with no commentary like do the same thing, or would you kind of have to be? No.
I think if you wanted to experience it,
you're gonna have to buy this
vicariously through someone. You would have to watch someone stream it and it be their first experience and be like trying to figure it out with them. Like, I think that would probably be worthwhile, but I definitely don't think watching a commentary-less video would be worth it. I think that would be the worst way to do it. If you couldn't play it and you had to watch something, it has to have commentary. Like, you need the personal interaction with the game as well.
You need that interaction because there are things that even I've been watching like the start playthrough from John Wolfe and other people like that who are finally like doing it, and it's something where they do things in different ways and discover things in different ways that I didn't even experience. And so it's definitely something to, like Kat said, to go through. And if you're going to do it without playing it, have someone's emotional reaction, their thought on it, their creativity on it, because it's just that type of game.
Yeah.
Cool. Mad. Puppies, have you played it?
No. First time I've heard about it, actually. I think I might have seen like the trailer for it at some point. I've been out of the loop for a minute. But yeah, I've just googled it now while you guys were talking about it. I'll save that and put that on the wish list for later.
Yeah, but like,
so good.
I think it's really cool because if you've never seen it, you'll watch the trailer and you'll think, I understand this game. I know what this game is. I know what I'm going to expect. But you're wrong. You're just wrong.
That's so good.
That's not it.
That is
I've
awesome.
I've got the Officeworks Minecraft laptop on my wish list now, so thank you for that.
Oh hell yeah, they sell it.
You're welcome. Yeah. I think it was cheapest at Officeworks, but yeah, I need the computer for work, and I'm like, this is the cheapest one available. It comes with Minecraft and it's bright green. Fuck yes, let's do it.
$367. That's so cheap.
Yeah, too easy. Play Inscription on that. Get on it.
Absolute dream.
Very cool. Oh man, you guys are. This is like so. I just want to play this fucking game.
It's really, really good.
It's huge.
I'm
literally like right here.
What it's about now. I don't even care if I enjoy the game. I'm just so curious now because we
my
can't talk about it because you can describe it, but it ruins everything for you.
But
if you watch the trailer, it doesn't explain anything. Okay.
It does, but it doesn't. It really, really doesn't.
Now.
I know exactly what you're talking about, Kat. Like, genuinely.
So good though. But yeah, I mean, if anyone out there ever is on the fence, like, just dive in. Like, it does not cost enough for you to consider it. Like, if you are even mildly interested, just go straight on in. It's so good. It's definitely worthwhile. And the creator is adding extra content for the game as well.
You're kidding.
I'm not kidding.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Serious.
So there will be more of the sort of stuff that you see directly in the trailer, which is really cool.
Nice.
I'm so excited.
Very nice.
That's what I hear.
It's exciting. Well,
rumor has it.
Yeah, rumor has it. I cannot confirm because I don't know any of these people, but that's the rumor I hear.
The rumor mill.
All right. Let's talk Game Awards 2021.
Hell yeah.
We had a big Jeff Keighley stream. Big Papa Jeff back in person.
Papa Jeff.
Papa Jeff, yeah, that's what we call him around these parts. Look, it was 4 hours. It was 4 hours.
It was so long.
Stuff.
It really was.
It really was.
It was about an hour of good stuff and about 3 of trash, in my opinion.
I don't know if that was even an hour.
No.
And some of the awards that just breezed through, they were just like, oh, this 4-hour presentation. By the way, this award happened. Best indie game goes to.
Right.
Like, it was literally
Also, they did this last time. I think it was last year when they blasted through like really important ones in the pre-show.
Oh my God,
Impact in like the first 30 seconds. No thing. Games to Impact. Here are the finalists. Here's the winner.
Yeah,
thanks.
See you later.
I was like, what the fuck?
Don't let those people come out and tell people why it was impactful, or don't let them come out and like talk about their game. Like,
the rage that Elliot and I have, like the rage that we feel deep within us, like every time we talk about the Game Awards, this is something we bring up. We cannot not complain about it. The only ones that I'm happy to be in the pre-show are the esports awards because they're gaming adjacent, right?
No one cares.
And they were in the main show last year, weren't they?
They were, and I was like,
they've been moved to the pre-show, so they're learning.
They're
slowly.
learning.
So in like 6 years, we might have the actual awards in the actual fucking ceremony. We'll get there eventually.
When we got down, and what did we have? There was one row of games that they ran through, and when they one row of awards they ran through. And they gave the awards, and then they were like, there we go, best multiplayer for It Takes Two.
Yeah. And
they didn't let them get up and speak. They were like, there he is in the front row, moving on. Aerial Powers can present the best mobile game and called it Genshin Impact. What a fool.
Really? I skipped that. Are you fucking kidding me?
Called it Genshin,
Genshin
Impact. I think she wasn't the only one either. I think Keighley did it as well at some point.
Oh my God.
Called Genshin.
At least know what game
have we been saying it wrong this entire time, or what's going on here?
Not. Oh my God.
So every time, because I couldn't watch it live, I watched it after the fact, and I just skipped through anytime one of those streamers popped up. Anytime, like when they started talking about best content creator of the year, I was like, get the fuck off my screen. I don't fucking care about these fucking streamers. Like, who?
Just
why
did that you're not winning?
I was going to say
absolutely.
that. There is envy. Direct Gaming wasn't even nominated.
Exactly. Where's the fucking nomination, you dog cunts? Like,
I agree.
But like, Dream won, right? If I'm not,
you are correct. Dream,
you are right.
But why? Why did he win? What did he do for content creation that was actually good? Like, why?
He paid the money and got the prize. That's how this one works, I think. Got the bag.
Bullshit. Like,
it's
what?
Really
why is IGN or Easy Allies voting for Dream to be content creator of the year? Like, why?
Yeah, I don't understand as well why they're not choosing like the massive content creators that are working on new things. Like there are massive content creators out there that are working on different types of projects all the time, and that's just like, well, we will ignore these content creators that are doing new stuff. And we'll just go for, like, I had not heard of 4 of those people ever in my life.
Dream is the only one I'd heard of. And
Dream's
I was like,
the only one I heard of.
Because I
heard of negative
Minecraft.
stuff.
I'm like, okay, cool. That's
the only reason I knew about him was Donkey.
I don't think I've ever seen his content, to be honest.
I love
the Dream drama. That's how I know
content creator of the year, God.
Yeah, give it to Donkey. He's fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
The greatest video of all time that he released like last week was insane.
So funny.
What a genius. But yeah, like I just so frustrated that a Game Awards show spends 0 time honoring the like people that win the Game Awards. Some people got to have a speech, and most people did not.
But they also they clearly had like a 30-second time limit, because some people were like halfway through the speech. They were joking about it on stage. Yeah. They're like, oh, I gotta go, and it's like also like. Kind of tangent, but like when Joseph Fares came up and gave his speech, he came up on his own, and fair enough. Maybe they couldn't have multiple people up, more than 2 people up on stage, but his speech was so short. When God of War won, they were able to bring like the whole team up on stage, and obviously with COVID they can't do that. But their speech went for like 5 fucking minutes, and I think that's fine. Like I don't have a problem with them having a long speech, but like. It seemed like
the game of the year could get a long speech.
It was
agreed.
Verizon 5G fucking mobile ads in real fast, you know. Sorry guys, 30 second chat. How fucking bad were they? I was like, that was like, okay, cool. You're doing a stream thing on the side. That's awesome. And then they reminded us every fucking 5 minutes. I'm like, okay, I don't give a shit about this.
Forgot.
You know what else is really, really weird? They paid other streamers to restream this. They were restream Game Awards partners, and they got little lanyards. And if you're watching someone restream the Game Awards and watching their experience of it, and then suddenly you've got Aerial Powers and Nate whatever his name going, come and join my stream over here. Like you
it's like the best self-promo I've ever fucking seen, right?
Yeah, now they're just like, join that one. Like you encouraged these creators to restream your awards, and you're telling them to fuck off somewhere else. My gosh, ridiculous. Also, worst speech goes to the dude that took it for Metroid Dread. What a shit fucking speech. That was the
I don't even think I remember that one.
Wasn't that Doug Bowser? It was Doug
Bowser. Yeah, he's like, the team has left me some things here to say. And he's like, read it verbatim. I'm like, okay.
Yeah, I was not watching. Oh my God, this fucking speech is harsh. Like, wow, talk about like heartless.
Definitely.
Thank you so much for my game, and I think you really should buy it because our game is. What did he say?
He said it's an action adventure
game, and it really combines action and adventure.
Shut the fuck up. I had no idea. My God. Someone get this man writing for the fucking White House. Let's go.
I was like, who are you? What are you doing?
He's such an executive, right? Like,
oh my God.
Yeah, so
walking around just churning money in his brain. That's all he's doing.
I literally was not watching because I was like, this is the shittest speech I've ever heard. As soon as I saw that Metroid Dread won, I was just like, farewell. I'm like leaning down.
Farewell.
Farewell. I am deceased.
Yeah. Oh my God. trash.
Let's talk about some winners.
Okay.
So yeah, Metroid Dread got
best action adventure.
Best action adventure.
But combining action and adventure.
Yeah,
and adventure.
And adventure.
Crazy.
Art direction went to Deathloop. Pretty cool.
Yeah. Which combined art and direction.
That's true. Very true.
Holy fucking shit.
Best RPG went to Tales of Arise, which combined role playing and gaming.
And gaming. Literally.
You're very right.
Much to your chagrin, Kat, Forza Horizon 5 got best audio design.
Yeah, I still would really like
I'm not sure about that one. I get it. Sure.
I get it. It's great. They did a lot of recording of real life sounds that already exist. But Returnal made some really nice new sounds that didn't exist.
The sound design in Returnal, just from the guns and everything, it is so creative and it is so like futuristic and impactful and crazy.
Yeah.
Like I do get Forza being that sound design.
Yeah.
But yeah, I totally agree. The sound design and the simps and everything is crazy in Returnal.
Returnal did get best action game though. That's cool.
I was so surprised.
Did they come up on stage?
Did they? Yes, they did. They went up with Simu. Yeah, they went up with Simu, and then Simu was like, "This way, off the stage." Didn't hug them like everyone else hugged them. There was
Get
no
off
contact.
my stage.
Yeah.
Maggie Robertson got best performance as Lady D.
Very nice.
Very cool. Best game direction was Player's voice was Halo Infinite, which is hilarious because that wasn't even included in the Game Awards.
Yes.
And it wasn't even out, I don't think.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, the multiplayer.
It wouldn't have been out.
It literally
for the thing.
came
Then
out.
again,
It was in beta.
Elden Ring's been
came
most
out the
anticipated for
day
2 years
before.
running.
And it's gonna win
Still
next
not out.
year.
It's not coming out. It's just going to win most anticipated for the rest of our lives.
Forever.
Yeah, literally.
Forever.
Apparently, Kim Jong-un was best esports coach, but fuck, who knew?
You're kidding. Stop it. I had to look. You're kidding. Dear me.
It Takes Two also got best family game as well as obviously game of the year. Now,
Best family game is a poor choice. I
don't
honestly,
think it's a
I
family
agree.
game.
I haven't played the game, but I know that there's a scene in there where they're like, "Oh, we need our daughter's tears to fix this spell that we're under," right? And so they go and find the daughter's favorite toy elephant, which is alive and has the voice of a child, and they torture it and rip its ears and an ear and a leg off, and then throw it over a cliff as it screams to its death, and it's just like a really long, torturous scene. That is not a child.
That's what my kids play.
It is not a kid's game.
Not
It's
a
just
family
not.
game.
But
No,
I'm really glad to see Nintendo
marriage.
not win it this year.
that's true.
Because
but I
every
don't
year
think they
it's like
really
the
understood.
Nintendo category, and it's the only one in there that wasn't from fucking Nintendo. And I was like, thank fuck. Fuck
Yeah.
you, Nintendo.
They're
Valid.
just
You
like
deserve
couch
it.
co-op. That's a family game. Done. Like,
I love that.
Yeah.
rough.
Kana won best debut indie game, and best independent game as well.
Can I also mention on best independent game when Giancarlo Esposito's up there and talking about how these games break boundaries?
Yes,
Boundaries.
How
They
did
be breaking
remember that?
boundaries.
I wrote it in my notes because I was like, "What the fuck?" I was like, "Independent
Underlined.
games don't have any."
This is
Boundaries.
the only note Cat has for the Game Awards is
boundaries.
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 Carlo, I thought you were a good actor.
Question marks. It's not related. Like it's not related. Why would you say that? That's so out of place.
Boundaries.
So
Fucking hell.
weird. Whatever.
Also, I really think it's annoying that he always gets like big actors, and I get the star power thing, but like celebrate game developers. Bring out like more like fucking Neil Druckmann did like game of the year, but like bring out the creative director from fucking, I don't know, a game that's not nominated this year, but is someone who's really important in the industry. And Reggie came
Bring out
out,
Daniel
and that's
Mullins
cool.
from Inscription.
More
like, you know what I mean?
I think it was a really nice touch to have the winner from last year announce the winner from this year. I thought that was really cool. I think that was really well done.
I do agree.
And I think
that's
they
really nice to
might
continue.
do that most years.
Yeah,
But,
I think that would be really good.
Yeah, bring out like what's the creator of bloody Stardew Valley's name? Like, bring him out. Like,
I want Corey
bring out-
Barlog up there. He's
where was he?
Yes.
He was, like, I don't know. I just think they talk about celebrating the developers of video games, yet they get the least amount of time to talk about their craft. They get the least amount of time to embrace the fact that they're winning a fucking award for this game that they made. And like, they get, it's some bullshit. And while we're fucking getting angry here, because Jesus Christ, this show
It's the Game Awards show. We're gonna get angry the whole fucking time.
Jeff Keighley's pathetic, we shouldn't abuse people. Like,
his harassment speech.
And essentially put it on gamers. Like, don't do it in online games. It's like, dude.
Yeah, vote
it's not the fucking game. Yeah, it's the fucking.
And then we're giving awards to fucking Riot of all people. I mean, fucking hell, Keighley, make your mind up.
They should win an award. I was talking about this for the last 2 days, where Riot should just win an award for the most consistently toxic community. Like, it's been like that since 2012. It's never been anything else but like the peak.
I think that's a harder competition in that category than you think, because there's been a lot the last few years, and it's been going around. It's just Riot keeps fucking up and making it public.
League,
valid.
Be beaten in like the fucking amount of salt that comes out of that community and gets like directly inputted into anyone's veins who tries to like enjoy it. Like, nah, fuck you, die. Here's your impulse of salt.
And like Jason Schreier had a hilarious tweet where he's like,
I saw.
We're not gonna like, don't let abusers abuse people. And here's a game from Quantic Dream. This studio that's had fucking terrible workplace practices. And oh my God, it's like, Jesus Christ, Jeff, like, read the fucking room, man. It's not just Activision Blizzard. It is unfortunately rampant in the industry. And instead of saying, use this, hotline, how about like say that developers need to do better and industry fucking bigwigs need to do better, instead of kind of pretty much putting it on the gamers. Yeah, he needs that money, and it's just fucking annoying. And
it was.
Yeah. I don't understand Jeff Keighley. Like, also, what the fuck was going on with his collars? They were weird. But
his collars.
At least he had distracting shoes this year. I was like, he's in a nice all black ensemble. I don't have to look at his shoes because they're like bright green.
Yeah,
like
or they're blue or some shit.
Like, dude, just wear business shoes. You're not cool because you wear fucking sneakers with a suit, mate. Fucking
not hip
hell.
with the kids.
Oh, Jesus
Christ. It was cool in like the late 2000s. Let's catch up, Jeff. Hey.
Oh, Jesus.
Come on, Jeffrey.
His name is Jeff. It's true.
His name is, and it's a.
It's
all right. Before we go on to, by the way, fucking Narita Boy was bloody snubbed because Nier Replicant won best soundtrack, and Narita wasn't even.
I mean, we'll talk about this later. I mean, because I know.
Yes, we will.
Yeah, we're gonna get mad.
Subjects later. But also, best audio was in the pre-show as well. Fuck you. It was in the pre-show last year as well.
Yeah.
Best music was in the pre-show last year, and this year it was like it was in award.
A bunch of 5.
It's like,
you know what did win though? You know what did win that I was really happy about and very, very surprised?
What's that?
Best narrative, Marvel's Guardian of the Galaxy.
Yeah.
What? I did not see that coming.
I was surprised about that too.
Win.
That is, I think it's really cool to see games like that winning. Like, especially we'll get to the Game of the Year winner later. But yeah, it was cool to see like lots of different games winning lots of different awards, because normally there's like one game that'll like take all of them and then just take Game of the Year. I think it's really good that we're recognizing, like, was it Last of Us 2 won something that they weren't even in the genre for?
Yeah, it was.
I mean,
I remember being
best
so
kids
cranky.
That
best kids game. That's the one.
best kids game. Yeah, it was in Nintendo's fucking category again. But it was good to see that they were actually recognizing games in their respective categories, not just giving it all to one game. Like, best art direction, best audio, all goes to this because they won Game of the Year. Sure, the Game of the Year is a great game, but we need to take the time to recognize the different aspects of different games because it is such a varied medium.
Yeah, for sure. And also, like, I was super surprised that Marvel's one, like Guardians of the Galaxy one, because it was not very well received. No one was really into it, and it didn't receive a lot of positive press, or really a lot of press at all. And like, I was super into it when I played it. And Elliot, I know you really enjoyed it as well.
Loved it. Absolutely.
And whilst I knew that the narratives was fantastic, I really didn't think it was going to win because, like, if you're not hearing that press, then how are the press going to be voting for it? I was so surprised, but very happy about it.
Yeah, it's an incredible game, and it's funny, like almost talking about it like it's an underdog, even though it's Square Enix and Eidos, like huge studio, but like,
but.
Just looking, I keep having to check the Metacritic again because it's like not even that great. It's like 80-ish, and it deserves so much more than that. It is such an incredible game. And you know how we were talking about like best music last week, Kat, about like, you know, maybe it doesn't deserve best music because it's just got like, you know, 80 songs. I forgot that like.
It does have a lot of like atmospheric and like its own tracks as well.
It's also got that band Star-Lord, which is literally the composer of the game wrote a whole album.
Yeah.
Yes.
And like made it like 80s, you know, glam rock kind of thing. Yeah. He wrote and recorded that entire album on his own, and it's actually excellent, and it fully captures that vibe of like
it fully
80s.
Fits in.
And like, I'm glad they didn't win best soundtrack, although I don't know the music of Nier, I guess, so I'm just being judgmental.
Neither. It's probably fantastic.
It would be, because it's like,
Nier
probably
is fantastic.
Probably some you know, really well-known Japanese composer, and it's probably amazing. But the fact that like the guy who composed for Guardians of the Galaxy wrote a whole metal album essentially on his own and played it all on his own and sang it and like role played as this band for the game specifically, I think that is fucking incredible.
Yeah, I completely forgot about that, but it is amazing.
Yeah, I mean, like just hearing like you two talk about it over the last few weeks, I know you both have played it recently. That's what kind of like put it more. Like I'd seen him, that looks kind of neat. But listening to you two talk, it's what's driving me to play it next. Like it's on my list for like the next lot of games I got to play because it just sounds fucking incredible, and I love 80s rock. So I'm there for it. It's gonna be fucking awesome.
No, it's fantastic. It's a really good
also
game.
I don't know if anyone saw my tweet, but there's this one bit where you're walking around nowhere, and you just muted me, blocked me. Shit. You can run around nowhere, and if you hold the shoot button, he just makes like pew pew noises, and it's fucking amazing. And I've not noticed anybody talking about this on the internet, but it's so good. It's so underappreciated. Awesome. And like he does a few different sounds, and it is excellent. So definitely it's worth playing the game just for that, I'd say.
Just for that. That's how I feel about when I saw when I sent you that clip from the Halo Infinite gameplay, that little grunt being like, "Are you still mad?" I was like, do I want to play this game right now? Maybe.
The grunts are so good. Puppies and I were talking about that the other day as well. They're just so hilarious, and the enemy dialogue in that game is class. It's just non-stop. It's crazy how much they yell at you.
I saw a clip of someone being like, also, "Don't worry, he can't aim." I was like, "Wow, that wasn't me." You're like, "Leave it alone. I'm so sorry."
Have you stopped and listened to the grunt radio towers as well?
Yes,
like the ones you're supposed to just to stand there and listen. I kill everything just to and listen to them. They're fucking hilarious. It's so well done. Like it brings like that little section of that world to life, which I really, really like. I just wish there was more enemies kicking around the open world. That would have been better. But that's
There are some sections where there's like some hardcore enemies though, and it's good. There's like banshees and wraiths and stuff. It's so good.
Oh, sick! Yeah, I just haven't got that far yet. Then awesome.
All right, let's talk about some positives.
Yeah.
What did we actually like from the Game Awards in the way of announcements? Because, you know, that's what it's all about. Because Jeff Keighley actually doesn't care about celebrating video game
But he said
developers.
it though, so he must.
He wants that
Yeah.
money. Okay.
I really loved Maggie Robertson getting best performance for Lady D. Absolutely loved Resident Evil Village and just that whole thing. That's definitely a positive. Seeing that and seeing her speech, it was so cool. And just absolutely loved it that this horror game was getting a lot of nominations, but also winning an award for best performance. What was sick.
Yeah, very
so
cool.
cool.
Yeah. She I love how emotional she got, and she was just like, this game has changed my life.
Oh, sweet.
Fully. That's why it's so nice when they do come up on stage, and especially it's just like it feels good. It's nice. It's warming.
It makes it feel more human than just like generic. There you go.
Generic.
Bowser reading out
Bowser.
The old Bowser with the speech. A few games in there caught my eye. A couple in the pre-show actually. Thirsty Suitors looks hilarious.
Yeah.
I was trying to. It's like this weird Tony Hawk meets dating sim cooking fucking game. I'm like,
yeah, it's so weird.
Yes, it's weird, and I fucking love it, and I can't wait for it to come out.
Yeah,
all about it. Let's fucking go. Especially after what was the sword one? It was this year as well. Where you dated the swords.
Boyfriend Dungeon.
Boyfriend Dungeon.
I
played that. I love that game.
Hooked on weird dating sims now, and I'm
Boyfriend Dungeon is such a good time. Like I was coming in as a meme playing with my friend. It was really good.
Yeah.
Another one was Have a Nice Death.
I was gonna say that too.
It was super cute. Yeah.
Yeah. Have a Nice Death looked amazing.
It gave me did you remember Damsel?
Yeah.
Yeah, it gave me the same kind of gameplay vibes as that. And I'm like, fuck yeah, this would be sick. It's like a mad little action platformer.
Oh yeah.
And the animations are just so fucking good.
Yeah, the animations look fantastic, and just it's a very short trailer, but they do show a lot of character within it as well. Really liked it.
You know what else was in the pre-show? I believe was the Expanse Telltale game.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Telltale. They went bankrupt or something. Like they're just back.
Yeah, they got bought by some other company.
No, it looks fantastic. I wanted to watch The Expanse, but I just don't have any time. But I've seen little clips from
good.
When I visit my family, and I've seen like some of the really gruesome shit, and I was like, dude, that looks fucking fantastic. I love the premise. I love space. So a game that I can play instead and get extra story. I could tell that it was The Expanse. Just from the language that they were using, I was like, this is that show, because I watched maybe 5 episodes
and shit.
Yeah, exactly. So I knew,
and
I
she
was like, this is really interesting.
Probably the best character in that whole show. She's fucking fantastic, and to learn more about her and see her side of things is super exciting.
Amazing.
And I love me a narrative game.
Yeah, no, I'm very excited because
good couch game to kick back and just make bad decisions.
And I'll be able to learn about the lore without having to fucking sit down for 7 days and watch it all. I don't have the time for that shit. Sorry, but I do want to experience that.
Yeah. Let's talk about Hellblade.
Yes.
That was bananas.
That was beautiful. That was absolutely beautiful.
It did annoy me though when they're like, this is gameplay recorded this weekend. That's a quick time event or something. That's what sort of gameplay are you constantly turning around and seeing your own character's face? That's not.
I mean, it was clearly
it's one of those kind of mixed scenes, I think, where it's they kind of blend the captured and the gameplay. I mean, not quite essentially. I mean, kind of a quick time, I guess.
It's a fancy QTE type thing,
But I think the only gameplay that was happening in that was her throwing the spears.
Exactly. Everything else this, that's not gameplay. That's
everything after the fight.
Technically in the game,
the spear throwing.
It could be rendered in game and all that sort of stuff. But I think to come out and be like, "Hey, this is gameplay footage that we just recorded on the weekend," it's kind of disingenuous. You can still say this is running in engine and was just captured. You don't have to say this is gameplay footage, because you can look at this and still not understand what the gameplay of the game is actually going to be like. Like you can sort of like make some assumptions, but you don't know what the gameplay is going to look like at all from looking at this.
I'm getting those
also,
God
can
of
we
War
talk about
single camera shot vibes though? Like there's bits where she's like you're clearly controlling her walking, and then it's like cutting camera, like the camera's moving around her. I get what you're saying, but I think technically it is still gameplay because it would be like in this section that's
controlling
her, right? Like so that's I know it's like a very loose.
It's like on rails, like
but like it looks on rails because they're trying to capture it as realistically as possible.
Thing,
but I imagine like you could still it's like transforming into what is essentially a cutscene, kind of like God of War, like it's always that one camera shot. And I don't know if that's what this game is going to try and aim for. But Poppy, sorry, what were you going to say?
I was just going to make a joke about the stealth check in this cave because they're running around with fires hiding behind rocks.
Yeah. Oh,
and it bugs me so
I was
they fucking roll.
Giant
they're like
flame.
standing out in the open. They're like, wait.
Stop. He might see you, giant flame.
But yeah, it looks incredible.
It does look incredible. Gameplay or not, look at the graphical content. It's pretty crazy.
And this is something I think we expected from Hellblade 2 coming into the second installment, especially after the first one, because it was such a really pretty game. As dark and drab as it was still really, really pretty and well lit and well animated. So they have to kind of carry that through. I think if they drop the standard at all for any kind of sacrifice, people would
especially now being like
boy.
He's hiding. Shh, don't let him know you're here. He's looking directly at you with your fire spear, but he doesn't know.
He's sleeping on the rock. Chill out. It's fine. He's sleeping.
Go straight to bed. Don't worry.
Yeah,
he's had too many to drink. He's just like passing out in the bed.
Oh, look at his face though. It's fucked. Being the game that they announced with the Series X, I think this is like so important that this needed to be this good looking, right? Like, they showed it off at at first in this cinematic trailer. And it looked fucking amazing. And they're going to have to deliver with this game. Also, like Ninja Theory have tripled in size, quadrupled in size since being bought by Microsoft. And they have all the money behind them. They have like a brand new mocap studio and stuff. And that shows because the motion capture in this is just insane. Like the facial capture is unlike anything I've ever seen.
Invoking emotion like that. It's crazy.
Yeah, so good. Makes me so excited for this generation in general. It's so sick.
Yeah, it does look absolutely fantastic. Really weird, and I love it.
It's creepy as hell.
Fucking weird.
So good.
So good though.
Like, look at those puddles.
Also, this open area that they come out to here.
Love some Wawa.
7 out of 10. So much water.
This open area out here that we run out to, does that mean we're going to see more of that? Because the first one was quite linear. So maybe we're going to see more like a kind of tunnel open area where you can kind of explore a little more than what you could previously. Because I mean, tunnels and fields. Because like previously it was like there was like I think it was 1 or 2 areas where there was like a puzzle, and that was like the only really open areas you saw. Right. It was all kind of closed in and hallway-ish. So maybe we're going to be seeing more environments like this where it's a bit larger and you've got a bit more room to play and a bit more room to move around. And I mean, they're obviously throwing in larger enemies, so it might be something.
She looks so shocked, but like you knew he was in there and you knew you were going to fucking throw fire at him. Like, why are you
going to piss him off? I mean,
you were going to do this. Why?
This is not a surprising outcome. Like, you knew
the screaming is fucking intense as well.
Yeah. No, it is fantastic though. It looks so good. Amazing.
What else we got?
I was happy to see Babylon's Fall again. We haven't seen it in so long. What I did see, I wasn't like incredibly impressed by, but I was like, oh, there it is.
It exists still.
There it is. Still has some really cool like. Yeah, and it still has some cool ideas. Like I don't know, maybe I have evolved as a person since when we first saw that, but it didn't strike me as interesting as I once thought it was, but it still looked cool. Still fancy. I liked this scene where they put the things on their backs and then they just fucking get goopied up and they're like, ah!
Babylon's Fall. Is that the
Scarlet Nexus?
Yeah, is that the one that's like the action one where it's like the 2 to 4 people?
Yeah. It's Platinum Games, but published by Square Enix.
Yeah,
that's the one.
Yeah.
There's your 4 people.
Super like.
Oh, there it is.
Yeah, it looks much better than it did when they last showed it.
Oh, so much better. Well, I was very, very excited to see it because it disappeared for a really long time. Like, bye-bye. Forget about this game. I promise. It doesn't exist. Back out again. Great. It was great. I loved that.
What you got, puppies?
What have I got? Oh, so much. Star Wars Eclipse.
Yeah, bro. This is what I'm talking about.
So I mean, I know it's a fucking cutscene, and it's probably not even in engine, and I don't care.
Oh, absolutely not.
Yeah,
give it to me.
The hype is still there.
Literally no information, but I know that it's being made, so that's all I need.
That's all I need, man. I just more Star Wars shit, and there was like there was a Star Trek game too. There was like
there was
a narrative-based one, which I think will be awesome because you never see any Star Trek stuff anymore. Yeah. And Star Trek was such a cool series. It still is, but it's not as good as it used to be.
This like cutscene, visual, whatever, is stunning though. It looks so good.
Oh, it does.
And it's High Republic, so it's like this cool new like area of Star Wars time where they're exploring a lot now. Apparently, there's a lot of books and comics out already. It's like 300 years before the prequels. So Yoda, you saw him in the trailer. He's like, younger. He's still probably 500 years old or whatever. But
he's like middle-aged Yoda.
Yeah. So he'll, I don't know if he's even going to play a part in this, but they showed him in the trailer.
They showed him just a tiny bit.
And there's like, I don't know. I think it's cool that they're exploring a different time, even though it's not quite, as I would like it if it was like the idea of it more if it was Old Republic, but it gives them a lot of leeway to what they can do because hopefully it's a self-contained story that isn't at all related to the things that we already know and think about when we think about Star Wars. Because that's what I want out of Star Wars is like weirdo stories that aren't connected to the prequels in any way. Although, then there's these fucking dicks from the bloody Trade Federation. But I just hope it's not. I hope it's kind of self-contained in a way. I hope it's a bit weirdo. It's
like
Quantic Dream, so Fallen Order was amazing. But my problem with Fallen Order, as much as that's like my favorite Star Wars game, is it's set between episodes 3 and 4, and I'm so tired of everything being set between fucking episode 3 and 4. Just do a different time. Like,
I think they're pushing for that with the Star Wars universe stuff a lot lately. So the books and the comics coming out. I know there's a High Republic TV series coming out as well.
Yeah,
at some point, I know it's been worked on. So I think by the time this comes out, because they said this is like 4 years out minimum, right? It's a ways off. We're going to be like the Star Wars world will be kind of deep in that High Republic era as far as like catching up with like pop culture and lore. So everyone will kind of know a bit more about that time by the time this game comes out, which I think would be like really good timing for it.
Yeah, very cool. Very cool.
Very exciting. Good choice. Norax, anything?
I feel like the biggest one that I wanted to talk about was Hellblade 2, just because it's something where I was very excited for it to come out on Series X and everything that goes through. And when I saw that actually trailer at the Game Awards, I didn't realize that it was going to actually even be there. And I was just like, well, yeah, we got more stuff. That's sick. That's amazing. That's awesome. But yeah, that was the main thing, the main standout for me, which I was just like unexpected. Very keen, and just saw more of something that I didn't realize we were going to see at the Game Awards.
Yeah, there were lots of rumors about Hellblade and also about Avowed. Pity we didn't see Avowed.
I wish I saw Avowed.
They're going to hold that.
I wish Avowed next year, or Summer Games Festival. I think we might see something on it. Maybe it probably won't be anything more than like an extended CGI trailer or some shit. But
apparently Avowed is closer than everything else that is being
released. Yeah.
Apparently it's like the next one, like closer than Fable, closer than
really. That's wild.
Like Gears, closer than Elder Scrolls, obviously, because Starfield comes out next year. So, But I mean, I guess because Outer Worlds 2 is already in like early pre-production, then there must be some of the team working on that and a lot of the team working on Avowed. So
yeah,
that's exciting as fuck because I
exciting.
just love me some Obsidian.
Very exciting. Very exciting.
Yes.
Anything else?
Yeah. Forspoken.
Oh yeah, Forspoken looks insane.
Forspoken.
Fuck you, puppies. Every time I see this game, I'm like more and more keen.
I'm really excited for it, and I found out today that it's the same team that made Final Fantasy 15. They've created like a smaller internal team to really try and push the limits of their engine, the Luminous engine, and that's what we've got from Forspoken, which is fantastic. There's been like a hands-off demo played to press recently.
Yeah.
Very cool. It looks fantastic.
Her hair looks fucking
It does,
cool.
yeah.
I
Everything
cannot
that
wait
you've been
for all
talking
this
about.
magic and stuff. Like,
Yeah, it looks crazy. I haven't honestly seen a lot of Forspoken stuff, Kat. So like, yeah, just seeing this looks amazing.
yeah,
So
like
cool.
it's just the fact that the combat looks really based around just magic only and not like like it's blow off spell
Great
shit.
description.
None of this Harry Potter bullshit.
Exactly.
No buzz.
No buzz. No fucking slow
buzz.
casting like Dark Souls. Like it looks fucking amazing. It looks really fluid, really varied.
Crazy.
Hoverboard.
Really.
How have I not seen
spinny.
this?
Yeah.
I
it's
don't know.
just so cool. Look at that weird fucking golden bear thing. Like, I don't know. It just there seems to be a lot going on in there. I wonder how the magic will work. If it'll be like you get a tree and you get to choose like that tree and you start using things from there, or if you eventually unlock just a set of abilities and you've always got the same ones. I'm interested to see what it looks like because they show off so many skills.
Yeah,
That
there's a
one
lot.
looks so
There's
good.
a lot going on right now.
Yeah, there's gonna be a lot. There's been a lot of combos in there. Maybe it'll work like the same way that Devil May Cry work, where you have like the
I
four
was
kind of
thinking
main
that.
you switch between, and then they've got various different combinations for different things, for different weapons
Yeah.
Like
and
on
stuff.
the D-pad. Yeah, like up, down,
Yeah.
left, right for different like almost styles. Like
Stances,
Devil May
yeah.
Cry. Yeah, that's sick.
Very cool. It just looks fantastic. Very excited to see. And also, I am just a huge fan of the dumb trope of like, oh, modern day person gets teleported to Fantasyland and has to figure it out. Like, she's been throwing fucking sneakers this whole time. It's so stupid and I love it.
You gotta
Yeah,
play.
it's a conundrum.
At least she's comfortable though. It's better than
Yeah.
boots.
Right?
Yeah,
No, it
right.
looks
She'd be
really
like, "Thank
cool.
fuck, I
True.
didn't wear fucking pumps." God.
Yeah, I can't wait. And like that character with and like the armor and the masks and stuff look fantastic.
Very Final
very
Fantasy design.
Mhm.
Oh, I love
And
this.
I don't know
Yeah.
if it's been talked about. I imagine so, but I'm assuming this is open world, right?
Well, I assume so.
Like
That's what it
Final
looks like to
Fantasy
me.
It looks so,
15.
yeah.
It's
Yeah.
definitely what it looks like.
Let me have a look
It's
at that
fucking
article.
Beautiful. And she
An
seems
eccentric
like
take on
a
the
cool
classic
character.
JRPG series combined hallmarks of the fantasy genre with the that's Final Fantasy 15. Forget about that. They just started talking about a different game.
When you
Some of these
Google
enemy
Forspoken,
designs
it just
are-
comes out with Final Fantasy.
It
Final
looks-
Fantasy. It's just a reskin. That's all it is.
Yes.
Yeah,
It says it looks like an open world RPG in the vein of Assassin's Creed and The Witcher.
Whew.
Okay.
Very
Righto.
cool.
Interesting. Interesting.
Interesting.
Very cool.
I like
Very,
it.
very cool. And then a core concept or theme for the studio is to really blend art and technologies. So that our goals are quite high as far as developing an open world game that achieves the highest heights, essentially. Really, really cool. Very excited for that game.
That does look really, really fun.
Yeah. I was really happy that we got to see a little bit more of it. I love it. I can't wait.
love
It's
it.
coming out in May. That's not that far away.
Yeah, that's close.
You rhymed. That's crazy.
Ooh.
There were a couple of new IPs that got announced. Anyone have any thoughts on Nightingale?
That's the other one I was going to bring up.
This is
like,
exactly where I was going before Kat told me to
Okay.
shut up.
Yeah, well, shut up again. Mine.
Shut up again.
Done it again. Out here stealing shit.
It just looks so, I don't know, like it's a crafting game.
Yeah.
Which is really cool. A survival crafting game. Yeah. And
it's by the Dragon Age team too.
Yeah, like I'm really pumped.
Sick.
Yeah.
I'm really pumped for that.
Yeah.
Look at that weird fucking
Aaron
monster.
Flynn
Love
is
that
the
shit.
creative
The concept
director.
of survival horror crafting made by Dragon Age people.
With portals. Like,
that sounds beautiful.
Yeah,
like weird Victorian outfits.
Really not.
Does that mean we're going to see potentially procedurally generated like areas?
Generated. Maybe.
Just like
potentially.
AAA Valheim.
Oh my god!
Yeah,
AAA Valheim.
literally though.
And it's like it just looks really, really good. Like I do like a little bit of crafting survival. I'm not a huge fan, but this just it looks like I could enjoy it forever. Look at all these different wonderful landscapes. And they talked about how like they want to be blending solo play and multiplayer a lot more seamlessly. And that like you can create communities in game as you are seeing here. I think it would be really cool to be like playing solo and just like going through all these worlds and doing all this work solo, and then you go through a portal and someone set up a whole town there, and you're like, well, hello. How cool would that be, right?
Now it's time to raid and pillage.
Yeah. It's just, seems very, very interesting.
Are they building the Eiffel Towers?
Maybe.
Oh, there's 10 Eiffel Towers, right?
Yeah, Eiffel Towers to capture electricity. Yum, yum, yum.
Yum, yum, yum.
Yeah,
very cool. There was one other new IP as well, which I believe was called Arc Raiders.
Yes.
Yes.
Again, another co-op shooter kind of thing.
Yeah, I really like their stylistic choices with.
I think all of the worlds first were actually quite like impressive, because you know how sometimes a lot of world first can be a bit like, oh, that looks a bit like you don't know what's going on.
They call every fucking thing a world premiere at the Game Awards, and I wish that would fucking stop. End it. Just because this Tiny Tina's Wonderlands trailer is a new trailer doesn't mean it's a fucking world premiere. Kill yourself, Jeff.
Wow.
Just
holy shit.
This is a world premiere. Like, this is the sort of stuff that you got to reserve that for. Otherwise, you're like the boy who cried wolf, and I get fucking bored of that shit.
Exactly. Exactly.
Tell us how you really feel.
I don't know if you can get any more honest. Like,
Papa Jeff, you know I love you.
That's epic.
That's
and this
so
bit
good. But yeah, this looks
Jeff, I love you. Just please go die though.
Yeah.
Just stop calling them world premieres for God's sake. Fuck.
I like this show off of like all the people running through the like empty desert to shoot at the enemies. Like I think it really showed off a cool demonstration of what like a larger co-op could be like, and it's not normally explored that way in larger co-op. It's not really normally presented in that way. It looks kind of cool.
It looks hectic.
Come on, team, let's go. Wee.
And this
I really like
a modern Generation Zero.
Yeah, true.
Which I enjoyed the hell out of.
Embark Studios. Who are they? What have they done?
Embark Studios. Can you not fucking listen to yourself? God.
Wow.
It's coming out next year.
Real hectic over there.
This Game Awards is tearing us apart.
It's tearing us apart. I'm so sorry. It's my fault.
What have you done? Ruined this.
Yeah, it's coming out next year. How wild. Never heard of this thing before. Those are my favorite. The ones that we haven't heard of before, and they're coming out next year.
Yeah, like Guardians, right?
As well.
Yeah.
Guardians, they just showed it off, and then it was out. Not too much longer. Later. Yeah. Very cool. Welcome to everybody in the chat. Welcome Zenko. Welcome Sean. Shred. Lost. Matt. Otaku Knight says, "Hey, Daddy." Oh God. D. Welcome everybody to the chat. Thanks so much for watching. It's a very, very high energy show, so appreciate it.
You know what they showed as well that was like, I was like, why am I watching this? That DokeV K-pop music video. I was like,
so good though.
I just saw
K-pop.
It was good.
Really you know what? I'm cool without this. It's fine.
Yeah, like I really like the
DokeV.
DokeV trailer, like the original one that we saw before. But like this K-pop video, I was like, oh, this is a bit longer than I needed it to be.
It was the whole song. It was the whole song.
Calm down.
Whole song.
I didn't mind the Imagine Dragons and Darren Korb like an Ashley Barrett mix up though, because I fucking love Darren Korb and Ashley Barrett.
I did actually skip that. So.
Do not really care for the Arcane song though. Sorry. Sorry,
no,
Imagine
neither
Dragons.
do I.
I wasn't there for
And
you.
The thing about Imagine Dragons is it's just like they've already made, I think it's 2 other songs for League of Legends, and then when they made another song for Arcane, and it just came out of nowhere in the show, spoilers, but it just wasn't needed, like in terms of just in the show. It was weird.
Massively sold their soul.
Made no fucking sense.
Yeah, just out of nowhere, they're just chilling, just having this song in a bar, which is the theme song for the whole show as it is, and it's like, what are you doing?
Weird.
Weird.
Speaking of things that came out of nowhere,
yeah,
can we talk about Godfall?
Oh,
they're basically they're like, here's an edition where we've played the game for you. Come and play come and play our game. Here's all the end game content.
I never finished the main game, so I never got to the end game. So maybe I can get that and play it.
Yeah, I've never played Godfall. I think I saw a review and the Metacritic was like 56 or something, and I was just like,
it was brutal.
Some parts of it are really good, and other parts of it are just so poor. Like it really did not hit the mark. Someone could have made that a great game, but they didn't.
They didn't. They ruined it. Fucking Jeff.
You know what else?
Fucking Jeff.
Ruined everything.
He's always ruined it.
Oh, fuck. I'm sorry, Jeff Keighley. What have I started here?
All aboard the hate train.
Started calling him Papa, and now we're fucking getting abusive. Sorry, don't cancel me.
You know what else we
from Papa Jeff to fuck you, Jeff.
Go die, please.
Go die, Jeff.
My dad never came home, fucking Papa. We also had Paramount Plus Halo for next year.
Yeah.
That was interesting.
What did you guys think? As someone who is not a regular enjoyer of Halo and has only played it at laser tag whilst I was waiting between matches, what do you think about this Halo series?
I hope they do it well.
I'm keen. I'm keen. I'll watch it. I'll watch it. I'll watch it.
What did you
I
think
think it'll be weird.
About the level of the visuals from the trailer?
Honestly, I can't remember. Like, there was nothing that was distinctly wrong with it.
It looked fine.
It looked fine. Fine's the word.
Fine. It looked clean. It looked right. There was nothing mind blowing there. But I think it'd be cool because I know that they did. There was a YouTube series like years ago that they did about the academy, and it was all the Spartan recruits like when they were younger going through the academy training, and it was really, really good. And they paid it off with like a big fight scene there. Master Chief came in and saved a couple of the dudes and shit like that. But yeah, I think it'll be really cool. I love seeing more expensive stuff on the Halo universe. There's a lot of cool stories, a lot of cool characters out there. They get touched on in books, but to bring that forward to like the mainstream media, I think it'd be fantastic. I hope they do it right. Like I'm gonna watch it and I'm excited for it, but at the same time, please don't fuck it up.
I'll watch it. I mean, I don't really know fucking jack shit, so it's not really gonna affect me at all. I'm sure I'll enjoy it. I just thought that there are a few times where we see like what I assume is Master Chief or a Spartan in a suit or other Spartans in suits. And to me, visually, they look like they're in this like halfway point between being real and being in the zone and not actually being real and being in the area. You know, like they're just something about them. I don't know. Something about them gives me that's fucking fake, and obviously it's fake, but like
this Halo universe isn't real.
It is based Did you not see at the start of the campaign based on a true story? Did you not see that text popped up?
But you know, like
completely disillusioned by the giant man.
Yeah, right. But like sometimes you look at stuff and you're like, this just kind of isn't like real enough. It's something about it. Something in there is not suspending my like sense of belief. Like. It's not something about it isn't working there.
I tend to agree.
Yeah, I definitely hope they'll be able to polish that out by the time it gets to it, because it just sometimes feels so weird to look at these suits that just don't quite fit the environment or fit the weight that it looks like they should have, or stuff like that. It can be kind of distracting for me personally, and since I have no score or to settle with this thing, like I just
when it comes to that though, like when it comes to art direction, like I think the reason why Arcane was so successful in that is because it was its own art style, whereas I feel like the Halo Paramount Plus, they're definitely reaching for a sense of realism. They're definitely reaching for that same, like they're trying to look almost exactly like the game, and it's sort of like, it's almost like a bit Uncanny Valley sort of thing, where you're watching it and you're like, hold on, this isn't quite right of what it should be.
That's literally it. Uncanny Valley without it being a human though, and I hope that it is something that I can like ignore when I actually watch it. But that's like one of the main things that stood out for me, was that it looked really good, but it also looked wrong.
I think maybe as well, it's like something we've never seen in live action. So it's kind of, well, not really anyway. So it's like your brain, like when I saw Master Chief for the first time in that trailer, I was like, my brain's almost thinking like, that's not real, but it is. And then like, because I've only ever seen, Master Chief in video games. So my brain is immediately thinking this is a video game, but something doesn't look right.
And also like this is how this character should move, but because it's an actual person, it moves differently to what you expect.
Yeah. It's like the disconnect between the MCU and the Avengers game.
Yeah.
It's just like
maybe
it's fine and it looks fine, but it's not right because you've associated this certain image and the way they walk and carry themselves with a certain character, and then they've done that differently. Yeah, and it's just totally throwing you off.
Guardians just manages
didn't have that
to feel that way.
I was going to say the exact same thing. No feeling of that in Guardians. Crazy. Crazy.
It's such an uncanny thing. Speaking of uncanny, all right, let's fucking get into this.
Music time.
Let's
do it.
Whoa.
Whoa, you got something else.
What
do you got? Oh, sorry. We forgot to mention.
You told me I could talk about this for as long as I wanted to.
Oh, shit. Sorry.
So what have we got? 20 minutes? I'll be back. I'm just going to go.
Why did you try to fucking...
Sorry, no.
Elden Ring,
I didn't.
Dog?
Oh, no, we're going to talk about Elden Ring.
I mentioned it once. Thank you very much.
It's the Game Awards. It's most anticipated.
Oh,
we're breaking boundaries with this. It's going to be so good.
Wow. Well, that was fucking...
It's going to be epic.
Sorry, Kat. I'm so sorry. I did not.
Yeah, how fucking dare you?
I'm so sorry.
The pleasure I felt deep within my heart when it won most anticipated again. I was gonna absolutely.
Did it have a chance not to though? Like,
yeah, it's so hyped. Yeah. It's unbelievable.
The untitled Breath of the Wild sequel could take it because there's so many Tendy shills out there. But
George R. R. Martin name on it as well. Yeah, it's gonna be anticipated.
It got it, and we got this sick new, what I believe to be part of the opening scene, if not a lot of it. They always have like a cinematic opening, and you never see a cinematic again in the game. Really. So this is it. And I'm so happy. It looks fantastic. We get all this like interesting lore about Godric or Godwin or fucking Godfried. Who knows? There's so many.
Godfall.
Yeah, there's so many. Godfall itself. The god. Like it just, there's so many gods in there. And then like all this interesting lore about the Rune of Death. And then the little pot boy that comes out on stage with his little note.
That was fucking awesome.
How funny.
What a hype. Boy. Oh my God.
I
was so
forgive
happy.
Jess Keeley just for that.
Yeah, literally.
Almost.
Do you know that pot boy got stuck when it was trying to leave the stage and they had to carry it through the crowd and the audience to get it out?
It's almost, this trailer kind of made me think like, is this like the George R. R. Martin trailer? Like the
this is the George trailer.
Like, yeah.
But like everything in it, like everything in the game is so steeped with lore. Like those statues up there are the tree sentinel that you could fight in the network test. I'm really interested about what these fucking giant javelins are that seem to be spewing incense out of them. Like, what is going on?
What is that? Is it like giving them powers? Is it like what is
that? It has to be a power thing, right?
No, I think it's
nothing that drips like color like that is nothing good.
Yeah, it's kind of crappy, but like you can tell, like those soldiers. Yeah. Also, this dude is on a tiny horse between his legs. Just so you know, there's a horse.
Oh my god!
Oh yeah!
My god!
Tiny horse.
Steal his mount, and he's clearly the strongest horse in the fucking world.
Just the cosmic horse just underneath him. That's unbelievable. I didn't even realize that.
Yeah.
Wow, Kat. How many times have you watched this trailer?
Yeah. How have I not seen Tiny Horse? That's
on his swords, the pattern is the like scientific visualization of gravity, and he is like the conqueror of the stars. Those dudes that are like attacking the Erd Tree thing. Oh, dude, I've watched fucking everything. They've all got like the lion sigil on them, so they are from Limgrave and from I can't remember, Godwyn, who is attacking the Erd Tree in that shot. Like, why is he attacking? He's supposed to be one of like the siblings or whatever. Like, he's supposed to be a part of that family. Like, I'm just so excited. This trailer gave us so much. That Valkyrie, when her arm breaks off and she catches her sword with her other hand and then impales herself to hurt that dude and starts whispering to him. I'm like, what's going on? I'm losing my mind. This bitch, like, clearly her eye is closed, and like that spirit face mirrors Melena's face, who is your spirit guide in the network test with the freaking red hair, who offers you a Honda Accord. Like, I'm just so
and then goes Super Saiyan.
Offers you a Honda Accord.
Turns into a fucking troll doll for a second.
Yeah, I'm just God. And like she's all cracked up and porcelainy. And I could go on forever about how the pots are, you know, they were an experiment into immortality, and she's all cracked up and that dude is cracked up. So where's the immortality like link between that? Like, I've had a fantastic time when I saw that. The rest of the show, I didn't care about. Arc Raiders looked okay, but I was still thinking about Elden Ring. I was still thinking about it.
This old mate, Godric the Golden or whatever he's called, that's like, again, stuff that was in the first trailer where they're like hammering like,
the original teaser.
And then like he's like cracking apart as it's happening. And I love that like it's looping back into those things, like the fight between the Valkyrie and the other guy and like that. And it's just, you know, that when they showed it for the first time, they knew exactly what this game was. And like every time I see this game more, it's like, fuck, I have so much excitement for this. And it just looks fucking bananas. Like, that's
going to be my game of the year for 2022. I can already feel it. I can feel it. I'm getting an Elden Ring tattoo on my other leg.
Competitors next year. It's going to be against a real fucking good host of games, but I'm so excited. Oh my god, I got my 2 weeks off and I'm ready to go.
Yes, I'm going to take a week off too for Elden Ring.
Delayed.
Well, I'll just move my
Don't say it, puppies. Don't say
over and over and over.
I'll just book another week off.
More time off. I don't mind. I'm just so excited for that game. So good. Very keen.
Incredible.
Okay, now I've got enough of it out.
Kind of feel bad for Horizon because it's going to be overshadowed. But in a way, I mean, like,
I feel bad for that little horse between that dude's legs.
So do I.
Yeah, that's Horizon right there, and then there's Elden Ring just fucking sitting upon it.
Somebody make that meme now, please.
Oh, that'd be amazing. God. Just literally like Elden Ring hype, and then just Horizon or whatever. Yeah, this on the bottom.
Shit, who's the quickest on Photoshop in the comments? All right. Let's talk the best video game music of 2021 because holy shit, we got some bangers here and I'm very excited. So let's go around clockwise. Kat, we'll start with you and we'll end with me and we'll go around in a circle. So we're each going to choose some songs.
Or all of mine.
Look, we'll do one at a time and we'll go around in a circle. You tell me what one you want first and I shall bring it into the stream. I even tested it out, so hopefully the audio quality is good.
Perfect. Well, I'm going to start us off with a real fun tune, a nice one, a real bop, if you will. We're going to start with a little ditty called Synth Sensei from Naruto Boy, which is honestly one of the best games that came out this year.
I hear that name a couple of times.
Yeah.
Let's go. I'm adding that. I'm going to buy it right now.
The honest, like, sheer joy I had playing that game the whole way through, unmatched this year.
It's on
Everything
Game Pass.
was, yeah.
It's on Game
everything
Pass? Oh,
so
screw it.
Yeah, it is.
I'm downloading it now.
I
Sounds
literally,
awesome.
I cannot tell you like enough how fun that game is. Like you just, it's
A joy.
just a joy from start to end. You gotta
Beautiful.
enjoy it.
I'm so keen for
and-
that and keen to hear the music too.
Yeah, all of the music is really
it's
good.
incredible.
All of it is really good. But like Synth Sensei is the tune for a specific area, and I literally would just stand in that area and vibe to it. Like I don't. Forget the
Yeah,
rest of the
and it
game,
never
not
stops
really.
either. It's so
It
good.
never
Just
stops.
let it loops. It's amazing. Yeah.
Yeah, it is
Alright.
just fantastic.
Let's listen to Synth Sensei by Salvinsky, who did the whole soundtrack, by the way. He's amazing. So here we go. So good. It's really
Crazy.
Such
so
a
good.
happy fucking tune. This is
Especially
like-
after like a really rotten experience.
Yeah.
Spoilers.
No, it's fine. I would 100% have this as like a morning alarm tone. I might actually do that.
Yeah.
Yes,
That's a good
dude.
call. That's a very good call. Yeah.
Sick.
It's just so
Absolutely.
joyous. And it's
This
like one of the
music is
most
so
joyous
sick.
like experiences in the game, and like the room that you're in as well with the synth sensei who's there just
He's got some
Tune it
modular
out.
synth that like takes
Yeah.
up like it's so massive. It's so sick.
massive. It's like super like encompassing experience. Really, really enjoyable just like moment to walk into as well. Like I loved
It's
it.
only 1.3 gig, this game.
Dude, it's
Get on it,
fine.
everyone.
Dude.
This
Yeah,
music
it is
alone is
like
making me
just-
want to play it. I've already downloaded it. Literally. I just
Same-
put on my
the same
Xbox
thing happened
Series
with my
X. I
son.
literally just downloaded it.
Nice. I was going through trying to find track names because spoilers for now. One of mine is from Narita Boy as well, and
Oh.
he heard it. He's like, "What's that from, Dad?" And I'm like, "Oh, it's this game." And now he started playing it this afternoon, and I was like, "I'm so fucking happy."
Yeah, man.
It's really good.
Yes.
And like the themes throughout the game change very dramatically.
Yeah.
Yes,
so,
as you
like-
will see.
Yeah, you can
throughout this
experience a
conversation.
real wide berth of not only like gameplay, but like just every experience, auditory. Like it's fantastic. Really, really
It's
lovely.
epic. It's so good. All right, Norax.
All right. Well, I had
What do
a
you wanna
bit
start
of a. I would like to start off just with a bit of a different one because we won't be able to play the music. It's more of a musical experience than
yes.
anything. So, like the first thing that I talked about with Direct was about Back for Blood, little indie game called Back for Blood. There is an amazing little like finale in Act 1. It's like a mini finale where you have to protect this jukebox, right? And when you first go up, you have to like protect this jukebox from playing really loud music so zombies come at you rather than the people who are trying to escape.
Yeah.
And the craziest thing about it is that every time you actually run through that little finale in Back for Blood, is that when you start the jukebox, it starts a different like punk rock or like rock and roll like song that plays through while you're killing and mowing down these zombies. And I think like, yeah, one of the most memorable moments like in terms of like music and stuff like that in video games this year for me was playing with my cousin and literally just loading up that jukebox and getting like Black Betty, like just like, whoa, Black Betty, bam, bam, as you're like killing these giant bruises and stuff like that, just rolling
So
through into
good.
the bar. And it's like, it's just different every time. And it's just crazy. It was just so unexpected. And I wish we could like even play some like gameplay
play
of that.
Some copyright music.
But yeah, play some copyrighted music, which we could. But yeah, it was just so cool, and it's like it honestly, overall, Back 4 Blood wasn't the best game for me this year, but that was just such a memorable and like brilliant moment of that game. It sort of like peaked there. Like it was really good, and like that whole musical dynamic to it was so sick.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's amazing.
Very cool.
All right, what song are we listening to though?
What song we're listening to from that? Oh, I would say Black Betty.
No. What you got two others? So
I've got two others. All right, so this one here is from. We're going to listen to the Artful Escape one that you've got there.
Yeah.
For that one, I believe it's called. It's just the bedroom.
Folk sci-fi bedroom.
Yeah, folk sci-fi bedroom, and it's when you first enter your bedroom when you're in the Artful Escape. When you walk through the town. And when I was just playing it through, because Direct actually recommended me to play it, I think I distinctively remember you saying, "I'm not telling you anything, just play it." And I'm like, all right, whatever.
Yeah,
it's what I said about Inscription to you.
Yeah,
and yeah, just that music when I walked into the bed and just how it transforms and just everything is just very wholesome. Folky guitar rolls into synth music. I was blown away.
Yeah, cool. Now I think this may only be the beginning of it. I think it might go into a different second part, but I'll load this up. We'll listen to this.
Lovely.
Beautiful. Absolute beautiful music. If you would listen to the full OST, which is on YouTube at the moment, it evolves into this crazy like synth ethereal thing, much like the ethereal of the piano and the guitar. And it's just so like emotional, and it's just so crazy just how much like just all the tiny sounds in the background and just the production of that game's entire soundtrack in general. But yeah, it's so good.
Once you get the guitar and you can just hold X to play guitar, it changes the entire game as really well.
Does.
Like, I just stood there for moments, just letting that solo play out, and it is like non-stop. You never have to stop holding that button, and it's just amazing. Like how much guitar solos they must have had to record for that game is insane. Like it's such an incredible experience. The visuals are amazing. Just listening to that just makes me want to go play it again. I've still got it installed on my console, and like it's one of those games that I think like one afternoon I might just fire up and play it again from start to finish, because it's like 3 hours and it's just amazing. Oh,
nice.
So good.
Incredible.
Yeah, it's not so much a game. It's more of just a visual and audio experience.
The psychedelic exploration of the universe and music.
Yeah. It's so sick.
Very good. Great choice, man. Puppies, what's your first choice?
Well, since we're running on talking about the Artful Escape and the guitar solos, I think I'm 90% this is the track for it, or most of the track for it. And it's City of Glimmer. And just Oh my fucking god! I don't know. I've always loved massive shredding guitar solos and like having Elite controller where I could just hold down the button while I did everything else. I was just so fucking happy.
Yeah.
And it's fucking chills. Hey, it's just such a like, it's not like really intense either. It's like a really kind. It's like the rest of the music is very, very kind of calming and vibey, but it's still got that really nice kind of cosmic shred to it. And I just
cosmic shred.
I'm so glad you guys
baby.
love the
Shred sounds
music
so
in
fucking
that
cool.
game. It's really something that, again, you said just play it, and just that not knowing
Yeah.
anything and just coming in, this beautiful experience. Oh, it's so good.
Wow. Well, here is City of Glimmer. That's just
That's quite
fucking
lovely.
chills every time.
It's so
out of this
cosmic.
world is just doesn't even describe it. You know, it is cosmic shred is the best term I've ever
that
heard.
is-
It's such a
Really
puppies.
tough.
That's so funny. I'm just gonna refer to things as cosmic as hell. Like if something,
Cosmic as hell, yeah.
What
I'm
if
down
that's
for it.
cosmic as. That's
Yeah,
so
that's
I'm
cosmic.
pointing that here, right here on
That's
Controls and
cosmic.
Coffee,
Yeah, that's
episode
so
50.
cosmic.
Yes,
Cosmic
love
is the
it.
new
We're gonna
phrase.
bring it into like
Coin.
reality. So cosmic.
Have you
Yeah.
played Elfen Ring? It's pretty cosmic. It's
Pretty
like-
Fuck, man. Oh man, I love it. I love it. Okay.
Your turn.
Well, yeah, I'm going to
Mm.
start with one from Scarlet Nexus, and this is
Yes.
a fucking tune. I really enjoyed that game. I think it is just excellent. It's got very, anime, well, like JRPG style music,
Yeah.
which is good the whole way through. But this one is called Welcome to the Masubis. You go to this place called Masubi's Cafe to talk with some of your crew members and some of the other crew members and stuff, and you spend a lot of time there. And this song is just like, it gets stuck in my head all the time. It is so groovy, and it's got like my favorite kind of synth sounds, like nice square waves. And
I'm keen. This just
I
sounds
love
sick.
it. It is so good. So this is Welcome to the Masubis from Scarlet Nexus. Slap bass.
That's slap bass.
I love it. What? This is fantastic.
Fucking
This is sick.
So fucking good. That slap bass is just something else. I love it.
I love that little high pitched. That was just like almost like that future bassy sound. Like it's so sick. It's cool. I love that.
Yeah, it's
So
really
like the two square waves going at the same time, slightly off time with each other. It's just so excellently produced.
Literally got my bass in the corner over there. If I can slap out some Scarlet Nexus. Sick.
I got my synth over there, so I'll join you for sure.
That was
Oh,
so
I
good.
love it so much. I just like that song is by far the most funky track in that whole game. There's this other really funky one at the start of the game, but this is like every time I was like invited to go talk to one of my friends at Masubi's, I was like, hell yeah, let's go. Let's go.
Let's go. Yeah.
Not even
Masubi's
listening to
going
what you're
off.
saying. I'm just bopping to this fucking tune.
This tune is so good. I'm surprised you didn't show me this throughout the year. Like this is so
Yeah, I'm
good.
kind of glad I saved it though, because I was like, don't look at the one I have.
Yeah, you did. You're like,
chosen.
don't look, don't listen, don't pre-listen. You'll love it. Bitch
Scarlet
kept it from
Nexus.
me all year. What a hoe.
Oh, it's so underrated, and it's something that is, I believe, still Game Pass. So play
It is on Game Pass
Yeah,
now.
it is on
yeah,
Game
Pass,
yeah.
So good.
And it's
Highly
excellent.
recommend it.
It is also like it's like essentially two campaigns, and it's a great game. It's super fun combat, especially towards the end of the game. Like the way you
When you're just
utilize
OP.
your team, and you're so OP.
You feel like a hero. You feel like you're just on some other shit. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Like
And especially when you can have four of your team, like all four teammates' skills all at the same time, or like up to four, because at the end I guess you have 8 teammates, but you can have 4 skills happening at the same time, and you just like slaying enemies. It's so fun. It's such fun
That's so
combat.
cool.
So cool. All right, Caddy, you are up. What have you got?
We're gonna go for a recent fave track that I discovered on Saturday. So we're gonna go for The Scribe of Beasts from Inscription.
yes,
love
amazing.
Yes.
Oh, I'm so excited that there's other Inscription music. This is
Dude,
brilliant.
the tunes in the game are so fucking good. Like all of them are a bop. I'm always having a really good time. But this song is just like dirty in my ears in the best way. Like I just really love it.
This is so
I just
cool.
love that, like, overall, we've all chosen tracks from similar games. Like, we've all played Narita Boy. You guys liked Artful Escape music. Like, you guys have chosen Inscription. Like, it's fucking great. It just shows that the music just resonates so much throughout all these games.
We've got similar tastes. So we
fucking
know
love
that we're
it.
all going to be happy with what we're presenting.
No joke.
Exactly right. Exactly right. All right. Scribe of Beast from Inscription.
Yeah, I love it.
Let's go.
That shit tune.
insane. I love it.
It makes
It's
so
my brain
filthy.
That
Holy shit.
Can I just say, like, it really does just, it encapsulates this game's, like, weirdness and its grittiness and just that low end and that sub bass just kicking in and it's just that drone. It's so crazy.
It's so perfect. It makes me forget the rest of the world. I love it. Like, I'm just like buzzing in my head. I'm like, oh yeah. So good.
Oh, that is
And,
intense.
There's so many, like, even though like each section is quite long in itself between each bit, like, but they're also very different from one another, even though you can still, obviously it's one track, so it's very similar to itself all the way through. But like this part, there's just like lots of bit bopping going on for like no reason, and because it happens when you're in like a longer encounter, like it just goes on repeat all the time, and then it goes back into that fucking dirty, stinky sound that I love.
So dirty.
And I'm just like,
Filthy.
I've been playing
Fucking
this game
filthy.
with my partner, like literally since the very start, because I was like, this game looks insane, I want to play it with you. And when we were literally playing this part of the game and it came in, my jaw literally dropped, like where it was just like that.
Yeah.
I was like, what is happening? I was like, oh, this is insane.
Whoa, this moment's insane, bro.
Because we're playing through the speakers so we could both hear it, and it's just like boom, and it just came through. It was just crazy.
I love it. And like so many of the tunes are so like just on that wavelength. Not that they're all very like incredibly similar to each other, but they all give me that good no brain feeling. Like I'm having a great time.
No brain feeling. That was
Oh, I
hectic.
love it.
Well, I didn't listen to that before we did this either. I just downloaded it, and I'm so glad I didn't, because that was fucking.
In before it was like a Rick roll or something where you just download it from the internet. And it was like you got Rick roll
I
I made sure the
2021.
video.
I listen to it literally on repeat. I'm like,
Hmm.
I cannot get enough of it. I love that tune. There's so many good tunes, but that one is just
That
my
one's
favorite.
Next level.
Yeah. Love
Very
it.
good.
I'm gonna need links to
No
most of
worries.
these afterwards. because-
Yeah, after
yeah.
a little link dump.
Need that.
Little link dump.
Sounds good.
All right, Norax, what you got? Because I think your other one might be.
Yeah, it's Inscription Focus. So I just
Good
want to give a
job.
bit more context to it because, like Cat's one, it's got that like there's a lot of emotion, a lot of dread. Like the longer the note, the more dread, and it's just something where it's with this one that I'm about to show you. Without giving again, can't say too much because of the game itself. Just play it, please. Inscription is a masterpiece. Yeah, this one that's coming up is actually a part of a boss. It's the Angler.
As was mine.
That's in the trailer. That's in the trailer. The Angler. And when I first heard it, rather than be like this intense thing, it was just such this sound design that invoked such like a form of emotion, like genuinely feeling creeped out and on edge. Like it was something that in a game, it's very rare where you feel like on edge, like you don't know what's going to happen next, not just because of what's happening on the screen, but because of the actual music that's happening. And it was just like, yeah, just this drudging, this weird high pitched thing that's going on. And I was just like, it really transported me when I was playing through this moment where I was like, it's getting serious now. Like this is, it's getting wild. Like it's getting crazy. Like this is genuinely like terrifying.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's something where it's more of a bit on like a loop, but it's just something where, yeah, it just really made me just so on edge, and it's just, yeah, invoked such a crazy emotion.
All right, the Angler.
So good.
Like some
I totally agree though. Like when I heard this track, I was like, what does it mean?
Yeah.
This is where we die.
Pretty much.
Literally. And just the fact that from this literal atmospheric sound to something that what Kat played as well with this actual like thumping tune. This was all done by Jonas Senzel, like the entire game.
Like this, like fucking bassy strings, like spooky tinkering music versus my dirty chip tune, like
yeah,
crazy.
All from the mind of one human. It's this game.
That's awesome.
It's so crazy.
Indie composers are the sickest. Like
Agreed.
the way
they are
so
good. Like Salvinsky, who did Narita Boy, like
oh my god,
he's done like some other stuff, but like that album, you know, essentially, well, it's essentially like a double album. It is fucking brilliant. Every track is an absolute banger, and it's just some bloke, you know, just some producer.
Some bloke with a dream.
One of the boys, you know, fucking. And they're popping out some tunes.
Great choice, that one. I used to have this like cassette tape when I was a kid that was like spooky sounds for Halloween or some shit, and that fully gives me vibes of that. Like it had all these like weird sound effects and shit that
it just adds to the moment so well. Play the game. If you get anything out of this stream, everyone, play the game. Play the game.
Play it. That's the fucking catchphrase for tonight. Just play it.
Just play it.
Just do it.
Yeah, Nike's just play it.
No, that's illegal. You can't say that. Just
oh yeah, true. Redacted.
Fucking play it then. How's that?
Fucking play it, eh?
Fucking play it, eh?
Fucking play
Get
it.
on it.
Play it, eh?
Shit's cosmic. Let's go.
Shit's cosmic as fuck.
Cosmic blood. Let's go.
Shit's
oh yes. Oh yes. All right. What do you got next, puppies?
I'm gonna break up the older school sounding tunes for a bit. Something that a lot of people might not know about me is I have a huge soft spot for big band music. I fucking love it.
I love big band. Let's go. Yeah,
big band is the best. And
great.
Lady Lucktopus from Psychonauts 2. Just that, I mean that and like that whole casino. Like there was another track, and I was having a real hard time choosing between the two. But the way this ties in with like the boss fight and stuff, it's so good. And it is like this whole experience, and it's such a fucking bop. And I love seeing big band music in modern games because you don't see it that often anymore.
I love it,
and it's just really fun.
Sick.
Yeah.
Lady of Lucktopus from Psychonauts 2. Here we go.
So excited.
Got such a fun vibe to it as well.
I love it.
Yeah. I'm thinking The Incredibles.
Yes!
Yes! Yes! It's funny as.
Oh my god, it's really fucking good. vibe. Oh my god.
What a tune!
What a
I
fucking
love
tune.
that.
Wow.
Amazing.
Psychonauts 2 is very underrated, like in terms of things for me as well. Like more people
Mm.
should play Psychonauts 2. I think I've been trying to get you to play it, direct.
Yeah, look, I've got a deal with Laz, who is not here tonight, and it's so
No.
weird him not being in the
Boo.
chat. Boo, Laz, you're missing out. But I
Boo
have a
earns.
deal. Boo earns. I have a deal with Laz that I will finish Psychonauts 1 before I play Psychonauts 2 if he plays Mass Effect 1. So
Done.
I had to, because
Fair
he was like,
trade.
no, I'm just going to play
Fair
Mass
trade.
Effect 2. It's like, nah, play the first one. So I'm about a third of the way through the first game, but I need to finish that. But there's so many games right now. So Puppies, that was a hell of a fucking track. Great work.
I
So
know,
good.
like the whole soundtrack is like that as well. It's just really fucking fantastic music that, like, because there's, I mean, spoilerish. There's a lot of different themes throughout the game, and they are matched so well with the music. The music design on this is fucking incredible for the game. And yeah, this like
Just
casino
looking at
thing with the big band
Peter
gets me every
McConnell
time.
is the composer, right? And he's done
Yeah.
so much stuff. Like he did all the old like Monkey Island games and Indiana Jones and the Fate of Atlantis, one of my favorite games of all time. Like the old Jedi Knight Dark Forces, and he did Infamous, Brutal Legend. Like he's done so much stuff. What an absolute god of
What a leg end.
composing. What a leg end indeed.
That's cosmic.
Absolutely,
Legend.
That's
again.
cosmic as
Absolutely
fuck.
That's
cosmic.
that was
Cosmic as
cosmic as fuck. Like, simple as that.
Amazing.
I'm just gonna do one of these cheeky.
Love the Incredibles vibe, synonymous with just
Literally,
boasting it.
Yeah.
So
Alrighty.
good.
Alrighty. All right, let's.
Give me another tune.
Oh, so good! I love this. This is so good. This
This
is
is so fun.
the opening theme of Forza Horizon 5.
Yes.
Just fucking perfect.
Nice.
I know you're going to talk about it a lot, but I love how it truly encapsulates just the setting of Mexico City
Yeah,
while also being
absolutely.
with that orchestral background, like making it so much like huge. Like it really almost like this game is huge, and we're going to tell you that it's huge with the music alone at the start
And
of the
with
game.
sweeping
Yeah.
camera
felt,
shots,
yeah.
it's just constantly moving, and it's just it's
So good.
such an incredible opening theme. And like I find that like once you're in the game, I don't know, that there's, as far as I'm aware, I mean I really only listen to Hospital Records radio, but like there's not that much Mexican music as far as I know. But like this has that guitar that like really gives me vibes of Mexico. And sorry, go ahead.
Oh no, I was just literally going to say there's like a little bit in terms of the different music stuff, but you're right. There's a lot of stuff, especially from what it's literally inspired by and
Yeah.
everything.
Yeah.
You're right. Yeah.
And compared to like Forza Horizon 4, where the opening track was good, but I think it was just like a drum and bass banger. This
We love a
really,
drum and
like
bass.
you said, encapsulates this game in a big way, and I love it. I think there's like some 10-hour mixes of it just repeating on YouTube. So it's
Yeah.
like just those 10-hour videos. It is incredible. I really truly love it.
Yeah, it's really lovely.
Yeah, it's beautiful. Beautiful game. Such a beautiful game.
So good. It's the most beautiful looking game I think I've seen like ever. It's great.
Yeah, I hadn't played it for like a week or two with Halo coming out and everything, and I went back today to get my like weekly challenges and stuff. I was like, Jesus Christ, this game just looks
it's beautiful.
I don't even like racing games that much, but I go to it and I'm like, yeah, it's crazy.
Lovely.
It's summer, so it's like the wet season or something as well, and like there's lots of puddles, and it just it looks so good.
So cool.
You and water, shut the fuck up now.
No, you know I have a problem. Okay?
You love your water.
Sorry, I do. I'm
always picking up the
water in games.
The Wawa.
All right, what is next, Kat?
I have a little ditty from Returnal. I have all of the sounds in this game were fantastic, and I really wanted to choose something from it just because I love it so much. And I chose the Hyperion theme, not only because it's fucking wicked, but also because of the experience that you have with it in game. So the Hyperion theme is for a boss, and on the way to the boss, as you're trying to make your way slowly through this level or quickly, depending on how you play, and as you're dying and like redoing that level, like as you're getting closer, you can start hearing the music and your character's like, what is that? Like, what is that music? And like she has this like sort of descent into madness as this music starts overwhelming her, because it gets louder and louder the closer you get. And like you end up climbing up this tower and the music just keeps getting louder. And like I played it with my speakers, like my speaker system. And like the music just swells to this volume that is unmatched through anything else in the game. Like it is just so much louder than anything else that has been happening. And it is really overwhelming, which really ties in with how she's feeling as a character. But it's also really, really fucking cool to be approaching this massive boss that's sort of like creating her terrible experience and causing her to feel so horrible, but it sounds so good. And the music is like a part of the boss fight, which it's not, it's, you know, it's kind of like a rhythm game in a sense, in terms of the whole game and how you fight enemies and how you jump enemies and all that sort of stuff with the bullet hell. Like it is kind of a rhythm game feel. And then you get to this boss room, and this boss is literally playing this fucking massive organ. Like,
oh, okay. Yeah.
So fucking cool.
Apparently this has got like bits of Blue Oyster Cult in it.
Yes, it does.
The Reaper. Yeah. That is so sick.
Which is such a good song. And I'm like, I absolutely love that song from listening to it when I was a kid. And so like when it started playing, I was like, oh! Like it's just really shows like her journey and like how like all of this trauma is like surfacing to this just amalgamation of the horror for her. It's so fucking good, like as a whole experience, and it's just really, really cool. So that's why I chose Hyperion theme.
All right, sick.
Good.
I love it. So intense.
Whoever's captured this had to actually capture it in game as well, because I read some things on YouTube. They're like, I had to survive for like 10 minutes against this boss to capture this.
Yeah, it's like it's really wild because like I cannot emphasize how much the music crescendos as well as the story crescendos, and this part here, that da 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 da, like you hear that throughout the game tons of times just by itself in other like musical moments. Yeah. So it really is like the crescendo of the story and of her experience, and it just like I really can't convey enough how loud it gets. It is like ear-splittingly loud. Like you cannot hear yourself think. You can't hear the character like really.
Tinnitus-inducing.
Exactly, and like this organ that this massive thing is playing, and it's like spouting up bullets that are falling down on you, and then it'll like get up and attack you, and it's just like this amazing experience. And the music is so different from the rest of the game. It's a really, really cool experience.
That's so sick.
Definitely captivated by like the gothic organ that's going on amongst that space thing that's happening in the game. It's like, it's crazy.
Yeah. And it's all like this weird, like fleshy, organic shit. Oh, it's just lovely. It's really cool. Really cool experience.
I love fleshy organic shit.
I love fleshy organs.
Lovely fleshy organs.
Now that shit's cosmic.
That shit's cosmic.
That's me. Cosmic as fuck, bro.
All right. Now, Norix, I know we couldn't obviously play your first one, so
that's all right.
That was big cells, but puppies. What do we got for number three?
Number three. We're bouncing back to Narita Boy.
Yeah.
And
yes, I'm excited.
Sunset.
Yeah. Okay.
So synthwave fucking goodness.
Let's go.
I'm gonna say I love you messaged me your tracks and I was like, oh cool, because I couldn't decide because
you're like, now I don't need to put that in.
Well, you've got Trichroma Sunrise and Trichroma Sunset, and they're the same modes, they're the same like riffs and everything, but two very different tracks. So you chose Rise, which is like towards the end of the track, and I towards the end of the game, and I chose Sunset as well. So we will play that shortly afterwards because it's really short. But you were like, oh, I can choose another one. I was like, no. Let's listen to this because this is
fine.
Such
back-to-back bangers. Let's fucking
so good. So yes, Trichroma Sunrise, if I'm not incorrect there, is your choice.
I said Set, but we'll play Sunrise first.
Set.
That's fine.
Sorry, let's go Set.
Yeah.
Sorry, I guess so. Oh, mate.
So fucking good.
Wait for a little 808 clap.
This is such a fucking driving song too.
Skong doesn't want to make you play Narita Boy, I don't think anything will.
That was crazy. Oh, just from the very get-go, that tip wave, that saw that just comes through. So, amazing.
So
It's ending epic. Back straight into
yes, let's please.
Yes.
Literally got physically lost in that. I'm literally playing this game after this stream. You have no idea.
Moral of the story: go and play Narita Boy.
Yes, I'm gonna take the longest pee of my life and then just play Narita Boy until it's finished.
I just realized they literally have a vinyl.
They do,
yeah.
Really?
And it's on special for Christmas. It's only €20. I'm gonna buy it.
Oh shit!
That's sick.
I love it.
Now, Kat.
Yes.
Did you have one more?
I have honorable mentions, but I didn't tell you about them. So
okay, honorable mention it up if you would like.
Well, like one of the ones that I know that you wait. Do you have another one?
Yeah, I do actually. If that's okay.
Yeah, is it the same?
Look, I do have look. To be fair, I think I have 3 more, but look, I just have them as extras. I do have one from Narita Boy. One more.
Yeah, is it Black Rainbow?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Black Rainbow is one of my honorable mentions.
It's my favorite boss fight in the game because of its visuals, but the music is just insane.
Literally,
Norax is going to experience this entire game before he even fucking plays it.
Yeah, literally, just going to experience the whole soundtrack.
Dude, there's like 54 songs on the soundtrack.
Yeah, you are not experiencing the whole soundtrack tonight. Don't worry about it.
That's
but
sick.
Like Black Rainbow, I find myself often in the car on the way to work, fucking just screaming.
Yeah, me too, all the time.
Oh.
This is like my go-to
to it.
album. Yeah.
Look,
it's also it is.
You get it once you hear it. Like you just can't not. Like it's so good.
It's also one of the only times in the whole game you see the color purple. And like, because everything's red, yellow, and blue, and like, you know, there are other colors, but like, it's so cool to see the color like purple in this boss fight, and it's just so clever the way they use color, and the name Black Rainbow is just like, it's
so cool,
fucking incredible, and it fits the music
is just
so perfectly.
Everything.
It's so good. It is so good. All right, great honorable mention, Black Rainbow.
Yeah, it is so
Fucking hell.
So good. It's so good. Also,
so good.
A very similar vibe, because a lot of the songs have a very similar vibe. Techno Sword, fucking love it. Like, cannot get over those two songs as well. They're really, really good examples of like such great songs.
How long is the game? Do you think I can smash it out in an evening?
No.
It's a long evening.
No.
10, yeah, it depends how long your evenings are.
I don't have work tomorrow.
10,
sounds like
12
a long evening. Sounds like a good time.
It's about 12 hours, I think, yeah.
They're really, really fucking tight songs.
Kat, I'm pretty sure as soon as you beat Black Rainbow, it's Synth Sensei is like the next room as well. So it's like
absolutely vibing. I also have two other ones. Let me find. I had them up one moment ago.
While you do that, I'm just gonna say a big welcome to Laz. Finally, mate. You're only 2 hours.
Finally,
late. You've missed out on such a good show, mate.
Laz, you've missed out. It's been absolutely beautiful. It's been so fun.
All right, my other two mentions are from Cyberpunk 2077. Just barely scrapes in as a game for, you know, if we're going by Papa Jeff schedule.
If we're going by Papa Jeff, it's
if we're not, then forget about it. But if we are, there's two songs in there that I cannot get enough of. The first one is Hole in the Sun by Point Break Candy, I think is who it's by. Yeah, Point Break Candy. And the other one is by Marcin so sorry, but I can't say that last name. I don't know.
Yeah, the composer. Yeah,
the composer. Yeah, I'm really sorry, I don't know your name. But Wushu Dolls. Oh my fucking god, that's like the main fight track that you play.
Oh yeah.
With. Oh, it's so good. I could listen to that all fucking day. So good.
I have Chipping In.
Oh, dude.
As a regular player, Chip is so good.
Yeah. Oh, it's so good. Oh, amazing.
Well, I've got one more. This one is from. Look, this is a little bit of a cheat because it's from Persona 5 Strikers, which came out in the West in 2021, but it came out in Japan in 2020. But
I don't care about that.
Look, it's banging. You know, if you know anything about Persona 5, you know that the music is just like next level.
Yeah.
Makes the game that like transcends it into masterpiece level.
Exactly right. Yeah, yeah. And I think this is one of the battle songs, and it's called "What You Wish For."
Come on, if there are make a wish, take your time and decide what's right. Can't you see the light? Them to stop dancing around a mirror in circles, crying one more thing. Need a killer, ready to walk through the looking glass. Feel free, love, I've been just awaiting you. One of the nights lights ahead. Don't let me sleep, you have come on this way. Stay strong, stand up now and please make a wish. Come on, if there are make a move, try to shine.
So fucking good.
Beautiful.
Why are the Persona
Groovy.
5 songs always so good?
So groovy. Good. You brought a lot of groovy tunes tonight. You really like up the energy with some slap bass. A lot of bass going on.
Yeah, I do love a good
We all
bass
love
track, man. Oh, it's so good. And Persona 5 Strikers is like super underrated. Like, you know, it's got good reviews, but it's actually like a solid, pretty much sequel to Persona 5. And it's like 50 hours long. It's not even like a short,
God, I didn't
you
even
know.
finish the first
Yeah.
I mean, I love it that it's so long is what I'm getting
It's
at.
so long.
I absolutely adore Persona 5, and it's probably one of the best games I've ever played, but I haven't finished it.
Honestly, fair. Like it's a big commitment. Like
So I started playing it in lockdown, and you know, once lockdown ended, I didn't have the time to commit to it any longer.
Oh right, yeah, fair. When Royal came out, I tried replaying it again. And I got about 30-40 hours, and I was like,
That's when I started playing in Royal.
lots.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So good. So fucking good. I would just wake up, stay in bed, play it all day, go to sleep, wake up, time for more Persona,
Yeah.
time to live in the digital world.
Escape the horrible real one.
Yep, pretty much. Oh, so good though. What amazing musical choices by everyone today.
Yeah, amazing.
Yes.
Just to wrap up the show, I'm going to just put something in the background that is just a classic remade in the best way possible by my favorite composer of all time, Gareth Coker.
Oh my god.
Oh, here we
I
go.
really wanted
Here
to
we
bring
go.
in a song from Phoenix Immortals Rising, who was also done by Gareth Coker, but I just could not. I played it at the start of the year so long ago that I just could not find the song that I loved. So I was like, whatever, I've got enough others, but let me tell you, amazing soundtrack and an amazing game, like criminally underrated. Really, really enjoyed that game. So fucking good.
It was very cool. Well, this one, you know it.
Of course I will.
It's so good.
So good.
He did such an amazing job on this.
Didn't he just like truly made it just next level?
Beautiful. I love that, man.
Agreed.
And the way it works, like when you get into a firefight and this just starts pumping and you just like pop and grunt heads and bouncing around the place with this grapple hook. It's so good.
It's been iconic for 20 plus years for such a reason. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Fucking amazing. Like the drums are really like intense in this version. It's just excellent.
Love it.
Well, what a fucking episode, people.
That was brilliant. I love the
Amazing.
diversity of the music. I love how there's a lot of indie stuff. Talk about the Game Awards and how angry and all man. Papa Jeff turned into fuck you, Jeff. That was my highlight, I reckon. No, Cosmic as fuck.
Cosmic as fuck.
as fuck.
Cosmic as fuck.
I'm gonna
Look,
be saying that at work.
thank you, gentlemen, for joining us on this show. It's actually been such a good episode 50. I can't believe we're at 2.5 hours. That is just so good.
Oh, look, it's pretty
Blue
classic for us, and I'm really glad that you guys continued and brought that energy along as well. You know, we can get a little out of hand in the best way.
Out of hand is the
The
best thing to
best
do, though. Like some of the longest episodes you ever have are always the best ones because you're just having such a good time that you just don't want to stop, and it just keeps going. Especially when you've got good people to chat with and some really interesting subjects. Like I mean, the Game Awards is so
That's a big
varied.
subject.
Always an interesting.
Yeah, it's a big subject to cover with a lot of different opinions kind of worked into it. But also, guys, congratulations on 50 fucking episodes.
Thanks.
Agreed.
You
Congrats.
guys were
I love
also
watching you guys.
my number one Spotify podcast this year.
We've got one of them
So-
right.
Yes!
One right here.
You
Public
damn
love.
legend.
Oh my god.
Oh,
That's
man.
fine.
That is so kind. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate you.
Oh, we love it.
I don't even know how many times you've been on now, like at least 5.
Oh, 4 or 5, yeah, something like that.
Yeah. And it's
What a
been
dream.
Always happy to
amazing
come on
every
and chat
time.
with you legends. So
Mate, always welcome. Norax, thank you so much for joining us as well. Man.
What a special first appearance.
Yeah.
I
Yes.
loved it, genuinely. Oh, it is like I've always wanted to just always just talk it in chat and just wanted to chat with you guys and just being
Appreciate
able to do
it.
it. So fun. about
Super
music.
appreciate it. Puppies, where can people find you on the internet? And what are you doing? What are you doing with yourself? What do you want to plug?
I don't really have anything to plug at the moment. Thumbs is on a hiatus, possibly permanent. I'm still working things out. My new job is chaos. So I mean, you can find me on Twitter at deft_puppies and occasionally on Twitch at deft_puppies. That's with the Z. I try and get there at least once a week. Life commitments have been a bit wild, so I've been a bit
That's
out of
been me the past
the
6
creation game for a while. I've gone dark for a bit. But yeah, you can find me generally in those places, kicking around doing something.
Very good.
love
Norax, what about yourself, man? Are you on Twitch, Twitter,
Oh yeah,
anything to plug?
Facebook gaming?
I'm on Twitch.
TikTok?
I barely post, but want to get into it more because this was beyond fun. Definitely something where, yeah, I'm not really on anything other than
That's
just
fine.
Instagram.
Just
I've
having a
52
good
as well.
vibe.
Yeah.
On
I'm
the
just
fucking
vibing, playing
gram.
games.
On the ground.
Xbox. What is it now? Yeah, Norax. What you're looking at, that name right there. Add me if you
Okay.
want to play some Back 4 Blood or Halo Infinite. Should be sick.
Hell yeah.
That's the shout. What about you, Kat? What are
Oh,
you
know
doing?
me. You fucking know me. You can find me at twitch.tv/CapCat. There it is. Right there.
Yes,
Down
there it is.
Much like Puppies, I have had a really rancid year for creating stuff,
That
like
was so not cosmic.
it was really not cosmic in the middle of the year.
Grounded
there.
as
I had
fuck, man.
Yeah,
Good.
dude.
Grounded.
I
Earth
was
is fucked.
so on Earth, and it was. You know what it was? It was dirt. Like it was fucking
Yeah.
dirt. Tying it back
Dirt.
to many
Dirt
of
in
the
the
things
mouth.
I've said about dirt in the mouth. Fucking, that's what my year was.
I wish
fucking
that
dirt
all
in my
food
mouth.
turns to dirt in your mouth.
It's been horrid. However,
Yes, I knew that would
However,
come in handy eventually.
I'm really trying to really get back into it. So, I've had I don't know, 4 or 5 streams this past week. I'm going in ham. Like I gotta fucking push through it. I gotta get my energy. I gotta get my game on. There's so many things I want to be playing, and I gotta do it. So you can find me doing it on Twitch, and you can also catch me on Twitter at CapCatty if you want. However, Twitch is the place to be, man. Come have a chat. Come talk shit with me while we play games and vibe to the tunes in them. It'll be fab.
It is fab.
Sounds sick.
Thanks to everybody watching and listening to the show. Thanks for supporting us through 50 episodes of our kind of angry nonsense at times. And I think
mostly from me. Sorry.
I think in our Anchor description over on anchor.fm/controllers and coffee, which you should definitely check out. I say, do you? I guess it doesn't necessarily say it's not negative, but it kind of gives the vibe. We're a super positive podcast, but you know what? We do get angry about shit in the video. Yeah. We don't
passion.
We don't get angry about the console wars. We get angry about shit. You know, we don't want a shit gaming industry. So thanks to everybody for checking us out for 50 episodes. It's been an absolute pleasure, especially since we started doing this live. I don't know how long ago that was, Kat. Maybe E3-ish? I think just before E3, so maybe 6 months. It is such a great time having everyone in the chat, being able to, screen share, videos and listen to music, and everything just works so well. So it's been a pleasure. Thank you all so much. And thank you everybody who listens to the audio version. And if you do, and if you really love the show, you can support us now. You can subscribe over on Anchor. If you love the audio version, you can give us $3 Australian dues per month, and you get bonus content. You'll get the podcast early. We'll give you a bit of a shout out. Welcome, Written Off 75, my best mate. You legend. You're a little bit late though, but
just about 2.5 hours late. That's okay. You can support us there, but if you can't support us, and if you don't want to do that, just your support, watching and listening to the last 50 episodes of the show is super, super important. We do have this is probably going to be an even bigger episode than our one on the weekend, but we do have a special Christmas episode, Game of the Year episode coming up on Saturday afternoon. Our own rules, and none of this advertising nonsense, because no one wants to give us money. So, and no one wants to give us trailers to show off.
We're not under the thumb of industry titans. You know what I'm saying?
These are honest opinions.
But we're doing that on Saturday afternoon.
I'll be keen to watch.
At this stage, it should be around 1 p.m. So hopefully we're going to have some guests from the US here with us, which should be nice. Some good friends of mine, if all goes to plan, and
very exciting.
We're going to be running through our games of the year, our favorite moments, our most hated things of the year as well,
Jeff,
and just having a great old time. Jeff. So make sure you check that out on Saturday live on the channel. It shall be lots of fun. And then we're going to be off for a couple of weeks, and then
get stoked.
Started next year. Get fucking stoked. Kat, how about you tell us tell the lovely people what we're doing?
Oh, so much.
So much.
All the stuff.
It's gonna be fucking cosmic, bro.
It's like a scripture. Just watch it. It's gonna be cosmic as fuck. 2022 is cosmic.
That's the year of the cosmos collide. Oh my god, you're gonna have such a rad time with new shows, new bits, new gags, new everything. You're gonna love it. It's gonna be fantastic.
It really is. It's going to be great. Season 2 will kick off at the start of next year. Hey, Written Off, thanks for the super sticker. Cheeky devil. It says wait for it as well. I do dislike that I can't see that on StreamYard, but I can see it on YouTube. So make sure you subscribe to the channel. Make sure you watch the Weekends podcast, or have more top 10 lists and fun, positive Xbox content coming out very soon as well. Thanks, everybody, for joining us tonight. Thank you, gentlemen. Thank you, Kat, for being on this bloody show, talking shit with me for when we did our Spotify Wrapped, it was like
than
2,500 hours, and I was like,
yeah, like
no, is that right? No.
No,
2,500 hours,
minutes.
Minutes. And I was like, wait a minute, that's a lot of shit talking. So
but we do it. Boy, do we do it.
Thank you. It's been a pleasure. And we'll talk to you all again soon. And just to leave the show, I'm going to put this back on. Peace out, everybody. Thanks so much.
See you guys. Have a good one.
Bye.